I'm clicking the recording, so I'll send it to Lindsay so she can see it.
Last time on Family D&D.
Yeah.
Do I keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
You
What
could probably
happened?
get a job doing
Okay.
that, Cody.
He's
Thank
trying.
you.
He's trying.
Yeah, I actually have my first voice commission.
You have a commission?
No, but kind of. Is Shannon from the she's from the Beaverton studio. She's the manager of that one, and she's going to send me over a script, and I'm going to use my mic to announce whatever she wants to say. She's going to hire me out to be the voice actor for it.
Pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's my first job.
And you'll be like, and this
You certainly have the voice for it.
you'll be like, and this one is an old man because you're trying all different voices, and you announce in your old man voice.
And this is an old man voice.
Then he'll break into Jakuba.
Yeah.
I have to use my old man. And then Jakuba. This is Jakuba's voice. Hello,
Yeah, I bet there's a lot of call for
Jakuba.
that.
Well, that's
Now you gotta
that's
also just
my.
work on accents.
I know. I actually have been. Believe it or not, my dream job that I can do without committing to a total career change is I want to be a audiobook narrator. That's what I want to do.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Yeah, I practice. I read Heidi's stories.
Hey,
I'm pretty
maybe
good at it.
maybe you can take
How do
the
you get
dungeon
into that?
master chair.
Yeah, how do
What?
you even start a career with that?
What do you mean?
Like, do you just like send in auditions to audio the book?
I don't know. I mean,
That would be a good thing to find out. Like,
there's a lot of narrators. I assume you have to be good at it, so I'm like practicing.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But I think, hey,
What I
that's
don't
great.
understand is I've read 2 books now to Heidi, like finished 2 books, which is awesome. And I'm like, I've gotten better, but I still have those moments where I'll be like doing good, and then I'll flub up a word or something like that. And then I'm like, if you're an actual narrator, do you have to like go back and just re-record the entire chapter? Like, I still don't
No,
understand the process.
that's what video editing is, Cody. You just review the sentence, like pick it up from like the sentence,
You
slice
stop
it in.
it, you start it again.
Yeah.
Do you do the voices or do you just narrate the book?
Oh, he does
I
voices.
do the voices.
Yeah.
I do the
Right,
voices.
give me your Gollum voice.
I can't do like voices. I just
I
do
got a golem.
my interpretation of the voices.
Stupid Jakuba, not doing the voices.
Yeah. See, he can actually do it. That's pretty good.
You have to be willing to make yourself a fool. But honestly,
Oh my goodness.
Cody, sit in the DM chair.
Pool.
The rocking pool is nice and cool.
I can't get that, like
like.
how it comes out of your nose.
And he's
and
like, my
I
only
can't do that.
wish to catch a fish.
the juicy.
But Cody, I want you to take the dungeon master chair because literally that's all you're supposed to do is you make up crazy
I
NPCs
know.
and voice them. And I'm honest, I don't do voices. I'm trying to get for my other session I did a sad elf king who was not noticing the party, so I had to roleplay a sad elf dude. And I'm trying to like figure out voices. But if that's what you're wanting to do, switch places.
Shay,
I want to be a
you
character.
Know that really,
I want
it
to
is,
play.
Here it is. I found that voice actually.
I'll take
Is
the
that,
badge.
You
Put it
know,
on.
the obnoxious voice actors in like Oblivion and Skyrim of
Yeah.
like the tavern people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the voice you use. That's the voice.
Okay, well, we started with the
I'm totally lost.
do the voice then, Cody. Show me.
Hold on. Let me find it.
I was just like,
I always have to practice it to get it in my head before I figure it out.
oh, here's a trick, actually, Cody, is you have a catchphrase. If you have an in-character catchphrase, something that grounds you in the character, so you say it, and it's just one of those things where I'm trying to think like my Gollum
Like when
is...
me and Sarah used to practice British accents, we'd always start with Oliver. We'd be like, Oliver!
Exactly.
Oliver!
No,
Oh yeah.
that's like you. Literally, that's how you do it. Is you have
Cheerio.
a phrase. You have like a key phrase that you can kind of like say, and it kind of just slips you into the. Because it's hard to just say words, but once you slip into the accent by using that key phrase, so that's actually because I was watching videos on like voice acting tips and having one of those key phrases for each character can help you like ground yourself back into them if you feel yourself kind of slipping away.
Yeah.
But what I'm
Yeah.
trying to tell you,
Well-
Cody, is we should recap what we're doing so we can. I guess we
Yeah.
can keep talking while we wait on Lindsay.
Yeah.
Lindsay didn't respond, so who knows what she's doing.
She's probably driving back from Danville or something, according to your mom.
Yeah.
Danville.
Yeah.
Gosh.
So
Danville is such a retarded town name. I never realized that when I grew up there. Like
So-
Danville sounded so
Named after
normal.
a man named
Yeah.
Dan.
yeah, it's the village of Dan.
It's stupid.
A man,
Danville,
a man,
Rossville.
a man named
Yeah.
Dan. He like walked in
Yeah.
with his flag, and he's like, "This is now the village of Dan."
Illinois sucks. I hate Illinois. I'm sorry.
I mean, I can't disagree.
I mean, we all agree with that statement.
Yeah.
Gotta be happy
Terrible.
where you are, no matter where.
There's no sights like anywhere. It's like in a way cornfields can be like pretty, but
gorgeous sunsets.
yeah, but like driving across the Portland Bridge like all the time and just like how there's like mountains in the distance and like rolling trees and just like there's just beautiful sights everywhere. It's nice.
Yes, it's prettier in Portland or in Oregon than it is in Illinois. But if everybody lived here, we'd hate them all.
That's true. It's true.
Yeah. Plus, if the volcanoes blow up, I think your guys are the first. You're like in the Yellowstone fault line or whatever the heck.
Now, Washington, Mount St. Helens.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Good. I live
We
far
live
enough
on
away.
an inactive one.
We live right next to a marathon plant, and if it blows up, we're all dead. So
There you go.
Yeah.
That's worse than a volcano.
Yeah. Every day you get in a car and you just one little
That's
twitch
right.
of the wheel can get
You never know when you're gonna die.
a meteor can hit at any time, Shane.
I
You
hope
could
it's a
step out
meteor.
in the road and a bug could hit you.
I hope it's a meteor.
What-
That's my.
What a way to go.
I'm bringing everyone else with me with a meteor.
Wow.
Well, everyone else in Illinois.
No, if it's a meteor,
Yeah, we're-
I think that
I'm going.
we're
I
all
want.
screwed.
Yeah.
So
Unless
the
you're
last
bringing
thing
the
I
sun.
remember happening was defeating the scorpion.
hmm
Yeah. There we go.
I
Kind
figured
of.
I remember-
that was a butt in your face.
I remember is Lindsay turned into a tree.
It was a tree
And
person.
then,
Yeah.
so Lindsay's a tree person. I became pit arena champion. We won a ridiculous amount of gold.
With a little help from your friends.
Yeah, with a little help from my friends. And I can't remember what happened after that. I think did we
That's
just like
kind of where we
game
ended.
ended?
That's kind of where we
when we
ended with you
won.
guys kind of winning. And I know that.
Yeah.
I hope you guys were recording the gold you won because I was not.
I did.
I
I recorded my gold.
Okay.
don't think I won any gold.
But I also know that your Mark Donnell. Oh, I heard a beep. Oh, I thought it was Lindsay. Donnell had won a lot of gold. He was walking out with 1,500.
Mm.
So he had 1,500 gold made from
Yeah.
betting on you guys.
At one
have
point,
a
I
pen.
remembered what I was going to do with that.
I have a pen. I will write down what I win today. And then I will lose a piece of paper I wrote it on, and I still won't have a clue. Okay?
Sounds good.
So I was thinking that this was kind of into the night you guys were fighting. So tomorrow would be the day of the wedding. So what are you guys wanting to do? Are you wanting to try to continue here, or do you want to like plan for the next day?
We need to get this wedding thing done. We need to.
Does
go.
anyone know what the plan is for the wedding?
No.
That's you guys. We figured out the pits. That's what we did.
Yeah, what were you guys?
No.
Yeah.
What did the pits do? It did nothing. He just has money now.
I made a ton of money. Why ever do
Yeah,
anything
money
ever?
too.
It's for money.
I guess the whole reason we're going to the wedding is to get lots of money.
I thought we
And
were
now,
going to.
Now the person that we're gonna blackmail or whatever actually has money to take. That's what we made him rich, so now he's like actually worth something.
So why don't you corner him and get his money?
I'm not a thug.
We're not
Excuse
cornering
me?
him and getting the money. We are.
Excuse me, you're not a thug?
I'm not a thug. I'm not a thug. I haven't done a single thug thing in this game. yet.
Thug life, Cody. Thug life.
I haven't lived that life yet. I'm
Okay.
still-
That's the plan.
Are we being thugs?
No.
Okay.
We are going to have Jakuba, since he's all trusted and such, give Donald the Lindsay's sword of truth and tell him to wear it during the ceremony. And he's going to, we're going to somehow make him touch it, right before he does his vows. He's going to like touch it because it's on his side. And someone's going to flat out ask him, is this your child? Did you have an affair with this woman? How many illegitimate children do you have, etc., etc.? And he'll be holding that sword, so he'll have to tell the truth.
Does it have to be drawn?
I think he just has to be touching it.
It has to be holding. Like if you're holding like.
So his
hilt.
hand has to be on the pommel.
Yeah, he has to be holding the sword.
Because I feel like he has to feel very threatened to want to do that. Because the action of that, I think, is like it's the equivalent of pulling out a firearm in like today's standards.
So have him wearing the sword, and then have Castamere break in during the vows and say, "I'm gonna kill everybody," and he'll reach for the sword.
Like super wanted.
And then it's like, gotcha. Like, I feel like that takes the attention away from this dude to a random thief breaking in through the window.
You also do remember that there was a bunch of wanted posters of you guys and people looking for you.
Yeah, but Lois and I can both change our appearances, and I think Lindsay can too, can't she?
And Jakuba can beat up anybody.
Jakuba can what?
Beat up anybody.
I thought he's not thugging.
You know this thing. Jakuba does not thug.
E.T.'s no.
Jakuba will be in his best attire tuxedo, so...
Man, you better go
Jakuba.
shopping. You got one day to
Jakuba.
find a nice fitting tuxedo.
Jakuba will wear his best loincloth.
He's the best man.
Loincloth.
Jakuba
Wow.
will do this thing. Shannon, I feel like Jakuba's from the Peaks from Stormlight.
Yeah, that's how I'm kind of
Yeah,
picturing his
that's
voice.
Yeah.
I feel
Jakuba
like
will
this
do
is a
this
solid plan-ish.
I don't think it's a bad plan. We just have to figure out how to get him to draw his sword.
Oh, maybe there's like a knighting thing because he's a lord, right? Maybe he can like
Knight his bride to be.
knight me. He's gonna knight me as his chief pit fighter guy. I don't know.
During his wedding.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, my illegal underground pit fighter, come on up here.
It's all about Jakuba. Yeah.
Well, maybe there's a knighting ceremony right before the wedding.
Whoa. All we don't need him to say anything. All we need is a witness to say something. Who better than his court wizard, right? Who I already got into a deal with, and I think I owe money now to this guy.
You guys do.
Yeah, I owe money to him. He stuck stones on me. I got to get those stones off me. So I owe money to this court wizard, but it's someone who doesn't really believe in this guy. So if we've already got into a scheme with this court wizard, he would be the perfect witness, testimony person to this
Except
crime.
he's testifying himself out of a job.
Yeah, he's gonna make way more money doing it though. He didn't make any
How?
money before. Because
He's going to be our court wizard.
Yeah. We take over the estate and then we employ
Yeah.
him.
we can pay him. Shane, what's the salary of a court wizard?
However much you want to
Do
pay
a
him.
cash roll.
Yeah,
How much
yeah.
does he get paid now?
We're a startup, so we can get away with, you know,
Yeah, that's something that you could ask him.
Wow.
Well, right now he can't be rich because the whole castle was in disarray.
Yeah.
Also remember that Veruca, because we didn't go over your spells, so I'll just be there to remind some of the ones you have, is you do have that zone of truth. There's the sword, in addition to you're able to make a 10-foot radius area where everyone inside speaks the truth. They have a chance to resist, so it's not a guarantee perfectly, but that is
But is that like
something
a
you have.
simultaneous? People are just going to start spouting truths everywhere.
It doesn't make them just shout. Like it kind of does remove the filter a little bit, so they just start speaking kind of what's on their mind, and they're not compelled. Like if they like. They can just say nothing at all, or they can say something that is true, but to try to like sneak around questions.
So if we ask him if he is the father of the bastard child, he could say,
Oh,
Who knows?
Yeah,
got any DNA on him?
it says they cannot speak a deliberate lie while in the radius.
can somebody learn a DNA testing spell?
Whoa! Hold on. What do we get out of this? Like, why are we doing this? Because
We don't get anything out of it anymore.
Yeah, Castamere, why are
Ca-
we doing this? I can't remember.
Because if we expose him and he like goes to jail or something, I guess we're friends with the king now. Like that doesn't do anything though. We don't
Well,
get
no,
paid
we
for
could.
it.
We could get paid money for it because we saved his niece from marrying a jerk. He could feel like he wants to bestow
Yeah.
all kinds of stuff.
And is this even like that bad in medieval time era?
I was
thing?
thinking about that. I'm like, that's kind of common.
It's like-
I feel like medieval times.
Yeah, is that
Concubines and shit, but
yeah,
I feel like that.
the king?
Is that even all that bad nowadays?
I feel like the.
Yeah,
I feel like the.
So
I feel like
Yes.
the king's
we're all gonna go
niece.
to jail.
yeah.
The king's niece. I know.
We're hoping that the king is really putting his niece up on a purity pedestal.
Got it.
That was a massive thing too in kind of medieval times. Was like purity of the
For the
bride kind of deal.
girl,
But also, there's the status differential to where like I think it would matter
Right.
if she's marrying up to him. He has the power there, but if he's marrying, he's jumping a few steps to.
got it.
And he's a dirtball.
He's a dirtball. Because he has a bastard, right? That's why he's a dirtball.
Yeah, at
He
least
has one that we
at
know
least
of.
Because
one
he
that
had
you know
a
of.
child and did not take care of it.
Got it. Yeah.
Because he had sex with a laundry maiden and got caught.
Even though this kid's like 8 years old.
Well,
She wasn't
it was a
8, she
baby
was
when we
like-
started this.
she was when you said started. Like
It was an infant when we started.
Yeah.
The child's now on their way to college.
it's like last
But we
time
have
on
lots
D
of
and D,
money.
18 years have passed.
And we haven't even jumped a level. That's pretty sad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, Shane, there's not going to be a little Jakuba running around, right?
I mean,
That would kind of be up to you.
yeah.
I don't feel like Jakuba will be a great
wait.
dad.
This is how we decide, Cody.
Oh my god. Even or odds? Even.
No, you have to roll for strength. It's a strength check.
Yes.
Oh
Sperm
my
gets a
God.
strength check.
Oh, I'm going to do that just to see what happens.
First roll tonight.
Hey, I have a bunch of bee children.
Yeah, another thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm telling you. Jakuba is not a strong guy.
All right, so
What
you
do we
guys are
do?
still in the pit area. This is afterwards. I feel like the fights have kind of winded down for the night.
Glad to see the apple hasn't fallen far from the tree.
What does that mean? Baby Kuba?
Failed a strength check. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, that does seem to be the common thing for the big buff Jakuba.
Yeah.
Size does not always matter.
Jakuba.
I think this is more strength than size.
Yeah.
Okay,
You
so
could be tiny and be strong.
especially in
The
this world,
Jakku baby.
I want someone to play
Hey,
a
I am
halfling
very
barbarian.
tiny and very mighty.
You like dead bugs.
I got Shillelagh.
Yeah, that's just weird.
I don't know what that is.
It's a stick.
It's a little Irish pipe.
It's a magic smacking stick.
Yeah,
Wow.
pretty much.
And it's how I've taken out basically every bad guy.
Oh yeah. All right, what are we doing, Shane?
Well, if you guys, I'd say the setting that you guys are in is like right after the fights. You kind of come back like wounded, bloodied, and the pitmaster Ras comes up with his kind of like scar over one eye, kind of a grizzled beard. He comes in. He's like, "You put a good showing out there, kid." And he drops the gold that you've won, which is like I think 200 total. Looking at your character sheet, if you added it to there.
I added something after the crocodile, and then we killed the scorpion. So there was something else there.
Man, you
Because
guys
I got paid right after the crocodile.
This would be really nice if you guys kept track of your stuff.
I did. I did. I just don't think that we finished with someone coming up and paying me after the
Yeah,
scorpion.
I think it ended with like the scorpion like falling dead, and then we got like a scorpion pincher, and that's like what was in nobody's.
All right.
I just
paint
don't
the
remember.
Scene, paint the scene.
I just don't remember how much you had bet before. So you want to be like right after?
I
like,
bet.
"Ugh."
I bet. I think. Man, what did I bet? I did like.
That's the thing is you guys. I'm trying to think if I had like a notepad or anything.
I think I did like 40 gold or something like that.
We got the scorpion pincher. Somebody has that.
Shit, I think I like.
All right, I'm looking. I have some notes fucking here. It looks like I think you guys bet 30 before. It says Donnell has 1,600 gold coming out of this, and then
I have 39 gold.
did you put bets on them when they were fighting? I don't remember if you did or not.
I put $5 on the second time around, or 5 gold coins. But I did. I know I added, but I only have 39 because I don't collect gold. I don't care.
All right, Jakuba, do you remember? Because I have 400 gold written here. I don't remember if this was like exactly what the number correlates to, but I have 400 gold written down here on this piece of paper.
It sounds correct.
Oh yeah, it sounds correct. All right,
It sounds correct. So I
All
got
right.
400 gold.
all right. We're gonna err on the side of who. I know that a lot of you made a pretty decent sized bet because Jakuba, you got some for just fighting. Everyone who participated in the fight got some, and I think you guys put 30 gold bets here, and I think I did like a little roll here to see the multiplier of it.
I think I did it because I'm the only one that has much money.
Yeah, but Castamere and Lindsay, whatever her name is, they were in the fight too.
Yeah. So I'm going to say that those of you in the fight, I'll just say 400 gold total because of you guys going in the fight. And I have a 30 gold bet, I think, from Veruca. That's how much you had there because that was like half your money here. And I think it multiplied by 4. So I think you came out with 120. So I'm going to put you at 160. All right, the rest of you
I
add.
wrote that down.
All right. So I got that punched in here. And then Dominique, I'm going to add because she was in the fight.
Jakuba's rich.
Until
What
you try
else
to
is new?
to buy a telescope, which is 1,000 gold in the game. I was looking at that. I'm like, what? A spyglass, like the little one, is 1,000 gold. I think it's because they went to try to be accurate with like glass making in medieval times, being really hard. All right, so the scene is like right after you. We'll say that you're kind of like you, Castamere, and Dominique are led up, back up the stairs from the fighting pit, kind of like bloodied, battered, and bruised. And there's like a series of cheers and a few boos from people who wanted to see you go down in a bloody way.
Jakuba is champion.
You turn and shout back to the crowd. And then Pitmaster Ras comes up and hands you your gold. He's like, I wouldn't call you a champion just yet, kid. But if you ever get bored or down on your luck again, come back here. We'll see if we can put you through the ringer again.
I put my hand on his shoulder. Jakuba thanks you, friend. I will not forget this. I will be back.
Yeah, he kind of like shakes your hand. He's respecting the show of strength and the risk of life, and his kind of like gruff exterior is melted a little bit for you as he sees like kind of like some mutual respect. And we'll say that you guys were discussing that plan of yours because you're back up, kind of I'd say you guys kind of like met up afterwards, briefly. Jakuba, you probably don't know the plan though, because you would go with Donnell, who would probably like you'd come back up to him, and he just slaps you on the back. He's like giddy and like super excited, like his face is like flushed red with excitement. He's like, He's like, wow, you really turned our fortunes around there. Now, with this, it's like we can come back. I got big plans for you, Jakuba.
Jakuba got a new job.
Yeah. I don't know if Jakuba likes that. I'm thinking.
You know how much money he won?
He
He
won 1,600 gold.
had 1,600, yeah.
Yeah.
So you can visibly see, like, kind of underneath his kind of thread-worn cloak, when he walks, there's a distinct jingle, and he sticks very close to Jakuba. He's like, "Now we got to get this back to the manor. Come, Jakuba, come."
Boy,
I oblige. I walk alongside him, and I tell him, I ask him, I'm just like, so, what are these plans?
He's like, "You're gonna go in there, and you're gonna kill some more things, and you're gonna make us rich." And he's like, "And we'll keep you in the down low. I can't have my future mistress getting wise to all of our. You understand? Boys will be boys. You know, we must keep this frivolity to ourselves."
And the money. What
It's
would
like-
you do with the money?
It's like, put it back on you. If we take 1,600 gold and we leverage it, again, you're not the underdog anymore, so our odds aren't quite as good. But 1,600
Lindsay's
gold and
coming
another
on.
wind. That could get his eyes kind of like light up as he's doing mental calculations. And he's just like, we could leverage that 1,600 and turn it around and be
we're gonna
filthy
gamble
rich.
and gamble some more.
With you, we can't
You
lose.
understand.
Is he even thinking about his wedding tomorrow?
He's currently not.
He
Okay.
did mention his future wife as
Yeah, he
his
did.
current mistress.
Shane, I survey my surroundings.
Okay. So you guys are walking back from outside the kind of that stable area where that led to the secret entrance to this fighting pit area, and you're currently heading back towards his carriage because it's making another one of its rounds. So you're heading towards like the public park forested area to meet up at the carriage, and then that'll take you back.
Hmm.
And Donnell, actually, remember, he looks different because he had a thing on his ring that he twisted, and his appearance changed to look like something different.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
And he's kind
What
of
does he
nervously
look
looking
like?
around. So, like, traditionally, he was kind of like pudgy, kind of with like blondish hair, kind of like a heavy-set face, big eyebrows, and then this one, he's like a little more lean looking. Looks a
I need
little
one of
taller.
those rings.
Yeah, and he tries to make it look distinctly different. Like his hair color is like black, his
We
features
lost
are
Lindsay.
angular, more sharp looking.
Oh, she's coming back. Excuse me, maybe we should give Lindsay a second to get on. Because I'm leaving.
Okay.
Maybe.
His name's Darnell.
Yeah, like Darnell. Yeah.
Darnell.
Donald.
right?
Like
Right,
Donald,
yeah.
but not
But like
Yeah.
Donnell, more of like a little flourish.
Darnell.
Donnell.
Donald.
And then his and you actually are, as you're walking, Cody, you feel those two stones in your pocket start to heat up a little bit. Not uncomfortably, just noticeably.
Why?
You don't know why.
It's like,
Curious.
you could check if you, but you're currently walking right next to Donnell. And
are we like in daylight? Like
no, it's
surrounded by crowds
it's
of
reaching-
Like the middle of the
people?
night.
yeah, it's reaching night, and you guys are kind of like going through to where you're walking towards a public park in a. It's not like totally deserted, like there are people going about, but it's more nighttime. In his disguised self, he's not too worried about like he's not trying to take dark alleys. It's more of like a main street area. He's just trying to keep composure, and it's difficult for him. Like he's kind of like glancing over his shoulder. You can tell he's very like filled with adrenaline.
Don't know.
He's like, yeah, yes, and he kind of like looks back up at you. He's like, yes.
I look at the giant sack of money. It's like, This is a lot to be carrying around.
So yeah, you tell me about it. We must get this back safely and quickly.
Yeah, I agree. Wouldn't a safer route be rather than the main way?
It's like we've already been attacked once by ruffians and dark shadows, and he's like, and your shoulder looks to be a little out of wear because you actually took some damage during the fight, right? Yeah, you're at 17
Yeah, but
HP.
I healed
Yeah.
a bunch of people doing something. I did
I
something.
know
to heal
that's with my healing. I got rolled by a
Yeah.
croc.
He was. It's just like, yeah. So you're kind of like your shoulders like bit. You're kind of like wincing a little bit as you're walking. So he's saying to you, we gotta conserve your strength for when we leverage it next time to win some money. What do you respond to that with?
I say, Shane. Really fast. Where's everyone else?
So everyone else would still be. So this is kind of like you
We're
leaving
not
with them now.
following you because he knows us. We look like wanted
Got
people.
it.
Yeah.
Got it.
So Castamir and Dominique tried to disguise themselves. Like I think Castamir just kind of had like his hood up and tried to make themselves look a little different than the posters there.
Okay.
I mean, Lindsay's a tree.
Yeah, that's a. So if we can after this we'll cut back to you guys to find out what your plan was, because it would be happening simultaneously as he's leaving. Whatever your guys' plan would be.
Yeah. So
She says it's not connecting.
I trudge along, Shane. I don't really give any kind of words, but I do follow him back to the manor.
Okay, so you stop your attempts at persuading him there, and you're continuing along the main route there.
Yeah.
And
he made a good point. I didn't have anything to say to that.
So the rest of you guys, so having seen Donnell leave with Jakuba, and not really having much opportunity to communicate with him after this, what are your plans?
Well, I go down and meet those two in the pit or wherever it is they are now, and ask them what we're doing tomorrow. What's the plan?
Castamir, it's all you.
Our marks, so we should probably chase him down. We should try to tail them, but at a distance.
You try to tail him there?
I mean, I can sneak. I can sneak around.
Yeah, we can all sneak. Like you and I have stealth bonuses, and
Veruca?
yeah, that's it. Veruca can like disguise herself, so we can tail them.
Oh, hey, I just thought of something. We can also, at the wedding, I can say something that destroys Donnell.
Makes him cry?
Makes him cry, and then we get that sort of truth on there, and he could try and kill me because he's so hurt. I don't know. We're probably going to have to throw everything at him to get this to work because we don't know what we're doing.
You walk up there like, wand of disintegration!
Shillelagh!
Paintbrush of enlargement!
Yeah. I mean, yeah, if you get the crazier and more convoluted the plan, that seems to work out better in D&D. So.
I do feel that it's necessary to wrap this up.
Okay, if you guys, because we've been on this little side quest, which I think is fantastic, but as well, it'd be interesting to explore more than just this guy.
Some support.
All right.
We're doing this for the child.
So
it's all for the kid.
Are you guys tailing? Have you guys decided to tail them?
Yeah, because we still don't even know. I mean, Castamir knows where the castle is, right? But the rest of us don't.
Yeah. And then, so how are you
guys?
guys?
We'll just head back.
How are you guys following? You just trying to like creep up? Are you using any like spells or any abilities?
Well, I'm using the hood of sneak or the cape of sneak.
Okay.
Because I think I still have that on.
Okay, so that adds 2 to your stealth roll. But as you
I
sneak,
stay like a good distance back and just, tail them.
all right, roll a 10-sided dice for me.
I'm just being all light on my feet and stealthy and hiding behind bushes and trees and running around like a little hobbit.
Okay.
Just
So-
walking
You just
down the sidewalk.
Go up to one barrel, look over, run to the next barrel.
It's like the little loony. It's like the
You gotta
classical
make,
music.
You gotta make the noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like do 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 wow wow like that. All right, so you guys are following, and you exit the same way that they're leaving, and you try to keep your distance. Castamir has his like hood up, and it kind of like seems to the shadows as it like reaches the hood kind of seem to like stick to it and blend in a little bit. Brielle's keeping to small corners, darting, and Veruca's just kind of like walking like casually, just like she owns the streets, not trying to draw attention. And as you guys are following, Darnell does kind of like a little, because as he's nervous with his little sack of gold, kind of like doing furtive glances over his shoulders, he looks back in your way. Everybody do a stealth check.
Okay.
Oh, it works.
Hey, we hear you.
Okay, let me just get the video on. E-
Lindsay.
Okay, and then it's +2
Hi.
to your stealth roll for Castamir from the cloak.
Sorry I'm late, guys.
I got 13.
Okay, so quick wrap up. Donnell won a bunch of money and is now leaving with Jacuba back to the manor, and the rest of them are following. So you included are following Jacuba and Donnell, kind of like.
Is she still a tree?
Right. I'd say that she can turn back. she can revert herself to not be a tree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because
Yeah.
she can
who's
like
Donnell again?
follow along and then
Yeah.
be a tree
Yeah, this.
whenever he looks behind.
Donnell's the guy with the kid who has the wedding, Lindsay.
Oh, okay. He's the guy that's like
The jerk.
that we're trying to out.
Yeah.
Okay.
We're following them back. It's the wedding in the morning.
So Donnell does the furtive glance back to you, and he just sees Veruca walking but she's acting. She like is kind of like talking to another person and conversing, just asking about the daily things, and he just doesn't notice anything else, and then kind of goes back and it's moving with Jacuba, and you guys are able to keep sights on him and are moving along with him.
I will protect you from this band of ruffians that attacked you the other day. No need to worry.
And he's like, yes, and you can tell he's very visibly worried right now. Like the adrenaline spike is wearing off from winning all the gold and quickly being replaced by an anxiety as he's.
As soon as we get back, we will talk to Hector and we will find a way to protect you in this gold.
He's like, yes, Hector. Hector's my loyal man. He's been with me for years. Yes, Hector will find a way. And so as you guys you make it back to the carriage. You see the carriage in the distance, and you are approaching the carriage. Do you continue and just let yourselves get in the carriage, or?
Me?
Yeah, so it's just like the thing. You guys are approaching the carriage now, Jacuba and Donnell.
I usher him in first, and then as he gets in, right before I get in, I turn around and I do this to everybody else. It's like, and then I get in too.
And we all flip him off.
And
I have an idea.
So Dominique actually, just like I'm gonna. Dungeon Master's not supposed to jump in and do this stuff, but the magic item she asked for from that magic item guy.
Yeah.
Shit, what was his name? It was
The
Raymond
important
Vance. Yeah, Raymond Vance was basically a magic cell phone. So she still has that.
So I don't know what I would need to use that for, like right now.
Okay.
Well, so Jacuba can talk to us again. But does she have two? Does it just work with whoever? Like
It is 2.
I have 2. Can you guys help me? Like, what would I need to use that for?
Give it to
So
Jakuba.
Jakuba can tell us what the plan is because he has an idea and he's not going to be with our group.
Okay. So I'll give one of the phones to Jakuba for now.
So you kind of like make. I'm gonna. Are you able to roll, Lindsay, or you're just on your phone?
Yeah, I can get on roll 20.
I'll roll for you while you get on, just so we can speed things there.
Roll 20.
So just for funsies, I want to. She's gonna do a ranged attack roll to toss to Jakuba. Jakuba, make a dexterity saving throw. As she kind of like, because you're like doing this and kind of cutting off, and then like, and then you just see like you hear a little whistling as a stone comes to you.
Oh no.
I'm gonna see.
Shane, I'm rolling again. I'm rolling again for beating that roly crocodile. I get a with advantage once this game.
Wait.
He gets a Christmas roll.
She rolled pretty poorly too. So the stone whistles by you. So her throw was bad. Your reception was bad, and it whistles by you and thunks a tree and falls into the forest behind you guys.
Oh,
I look wildly at them like, what the hell? Just getting shot at. I really quickly duck in and close the door so he doesn't think anything's wrong.
Oh, so you just leave it there.
All right. How far away are we? Like, how far away am I from the carriage?
I'd say with that stealth check you did as 15, you were able to get probably within 30 feet, like maintaining, because it's kind of a forested area, so you could attempt to get closer with like more stuff. But as the carriage is kind of like, as Donnell gets in, there's no vision from him, so you're able to move fairly freely.
How many people? I mean, I'm assuming that he has a driver.
There is a driver. It doesn't seem to be just Jakuba. It seems to be a pretty like clandestine, stealthy operation. So it seems to this one just to be Jakuba.
I'm gonna rush the driver. I'm gonna take over for the driver. I'm gonna try and be silent.
Okay.
I'm gonna go find the rock.
Okay. Well, Baru could do a perception check as she kind of like sneaks over looking for this rock, and it's disadvantaged because things are dark. So without light, you're looking in dim light, so it's disadvantaged there. So you're just gonna try to rush and try to like take out this guy silently. Are you doing like an attack, or are you trying to like choke him out? How's that work?
Oh man.
Bug life.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill him. I'm just gonna kill him.
Okay.
I'm gonna kill him.
So, is that just a stealth check?
I'd say your stealth before. Yeah, so do another stealth check. Okay, and add 2 from your little cloak. Give me another D10 roll, though. Every time you're using this cloak, I need a D10 roll. And I'm going to do something for Ruka. Okay, another 4. So, so the 14, the driver's not paying much. It's like dim light. He's not able to see. So you're able to kind of like, with a cloak, and it seems like the shadows are kind of sticking to the ground as you kind of like are moving. And you get up to the carriage, and you're able to, with barely a rock, like as Jakuba gets in, the carriage does like a little tilt, and you're able to kind of get on top of it, masking the movement with the tilt of the carriage as Jakuba gets in. So yeah, you're on top of the carriage with your stealth check. So if you want to do your dagger, do a attack roll with advantage. Baruka, your perception's even with disadvantage. So even in the low light, you kind of like see it, kind of like a broken branch, kind of like where it landed. You're able to kind of like see it, and you pick up the little stone.
Oh,
Nice.
stone. Okay, I have one of those too.
Okay. Yeah, he's just a dude, so he dies. He's just a dude.
Oh my gosh.
So
I'm gonna kill him, and he did.
So you're up there, and just quickly are able to kind of like, and then morbidly you like muffle the sounds, and you just kind of like thump him to the ground.
Is it possible that I can go up to the carriage and say, "Oh, you dropped this," and give it to Jakuba?
Yeah, you could. Are you trying to disguise yourself or not?
Or just give it to
I think the person
Castamere.
that was walking down the street.
Okay.
Just give it to Castamere to give to Jakuba.
Oh yeah.
Jakuba's in the carriage.
Yeah. I'm liking it.
Is it
Does
Donnell
Castamere
gonna
does
be like
Castamere have a way to
Castamere?
disguise himself though?
Yeah, this cast is the. Donnell,
But Jakuba's in the carriage right now. If you open
Yeah.
the carriage, Donnell's gonna see him. Castimer's outside the carriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's driving the carriage.
I'm just wondering
if
to where
Casimir gives him the rock, he's going to see him too.
to where some of you have the ability to magically change your appearance to look like someone else. So I'm not sure who has that yet.
I have it, but
I know Veruca does.
what am I supposed to look like though that he's not going to think anything? I
Not
was
the
just
person
walking down
that
the
you have
street.
a
He did see
caricature
me,
of.
so
A dog.
He knows
Be a
that
dog.
I was walking down the street,
Okay. So you,
and he didn't think I was a blind man.
You
So
can do that.
I'm just going to knock on the carriage door before it takes off, and hand this to Jakuba and say, "You dropped this, sir. Here you
Well,
go."
the carriage has already been taken off, though, right? Because
no, hasn't taken off. It's like this
Okay,
is
yeah.
all happening simultaneously with
You just killed the guy.
the guy's just dead there. So the driver is not taken off yet because the driver is cast.
Okay.
So you
I'm
just hear
pickpocketing the driver.
Okay.
so as the driver's body kind of slumps over,
Speed bump.
you find you as you pickpocket him, you find a letter that's been written and crossed out a few times of him trying to find a way to say the words to the girl that he likes.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh.
And then you find like 6 copper too.
Oh well, at least it was not for nothing.
Wait, it was the letter to the girl that he loved?
Yeah, just this dude. He trying to he like wrote and then he scratched some stuff out and he
So-
tried.
And Castamere took him out. Yeah.
It's okay. That's our next quest. We'll go give her the copper or something.
Oh yeah, all 6 copper. That sounds about like what Casimir and I go
Well,
for.
the next quest is spending months atoning for this.
That's like the moral of D&D is like, are we the bad guys? Are we
Are we the bad?
are we the baddies?
A little bit chaotic
Well,
evil
I-
for a bit. I'm back.
I definitely think the phrase for today is "I'm gonna kill him."
All right. So you hear a knock at the door, Jakuba, and you and Donnell kind of look. Donnell clutches like his cloak where the money is, and you.
I put my hand on him, and then I look over and I squeak the door open.
You recognize Veruca, and she has this little rock. And as you look at this rock, I like that she actually just has the rock there.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it looks like. Is you actually recognize
Yeah.
it, where it's very similar to the ones that Hector gave you, that were glowing warm.
Oh.
That are stuck on your shoulders.
They're not stuck. Remember,
Why-
they didn't stick
On
to
his
you.
hand.
Yeah, they didn't stick to your hand. They just are 2 rocks that look like that.
You've got magic cell phones.
Yeah. My lucky rock. My lucky dueling rock. Thank you for returning this to me. I must have slipped out of my pocket. I take it. I put it back in. I
The
turned
word
Darnell. I'm
please?
just like, it was
What's
just
the
a
word?
Samaritan.
Okay.
What's it worth to you?
Yeah.
What's it worth to you, Jakuba?
Wow.
Oh.
For doing this thing. You are lucky that I have been I've been very lucky today from my stone. So returning it to me is not very would not. I drop a gold piece in her hand.
Yeah.
You should have just been like, thanks, and
Yeah.
just slammed the door on her face.
Yeah, I turn back to Darnell. I'm like, not the Samaritan.
Hey, if you didn't do it,
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill you.
Donnell
Filthy.
actually looks less suspicious now that money changed hands. He's like, okay, that makes sense. Like
Yeah.
that's motive right there. So he kind of calms down. He's like,
You're
let's just
welcome.
the sooner we get back, the sooner I'll be resting peacefully.
I smack the side of it to let the carriage driver know we're ready to go.
All right, yeah, and then I drive the horse on because I do know the way back to his house.
Yeah. You've seen it
right,
before.
So, yeah, we're heading back there, and as I drive the horses on, I kind of motion for everyone to follow.
Yeah. What do I do with the rock? Do I?
It's a cell phone.
Okay.
Is this
All
thing
right. So
on?
I can't use it yet.
No.
I just take it. It's like Jakuba speaking.
New rock, who this?
Yeah.
If it looks like the ones
Hello.
from Hector and those turned hot, maybe Hector was trying to call you earlier.
You're breaking up. You sound like gravel.
Hello? Who this? New phone.
Yeah.
Whose number?
Oh, but the screen cracked when I dropped it.
All right, so the carriage with Castamir as the driver, and Castamir, you're still looking pretty shady with your like roguish cloak on and everything.
You just killed a guy. He is shady.
Yep.
He's not looking shady.
So you have a moment to figure out if you do any kind of like thing before the carriage reaches the location, Castamir. Do you do anything else? Or are you just gonna continue to drive the carriage?
Did the original driver, did he like fall under the ground beside the carriage? Is he still like sitting next to me?
He fell on the ground next to the carriage, and Brielle was looting her pockets.
Yeah.
And Brielle put beetles on the corpse so that it would no longer be a corpse.
Wow, what kind of beetles? Jeez.
Yeah, that takes a very long time.
I'm thinking like
the mummy, like those kind of
the mummy. Return of the Mummy.
I don't have magical scarabs.
Do you guys remember from the Mummy when like the beetles like crawled up?
Yeah, and it was in the skin. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
that's
it
an
scarred
old
me for life.
It traumatized me. I still remember it vividly.
I watched it when I was a kid. The Mummy and The Ring.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Oh my
Darkness
God.
Falls. Darkness Falls. Darkness Falls scared the crap out of me.
this
Do you remember
is
that,
way
Bridget?
off topic, people.
Do you remember that movie though, Bridget?
That's-
Darkness
Ring
Falls.
still scares me.
Yes.
And do you
Darkness
remember
Falls was
Shrooms?
the aliens, right?
Darkness Falls and Shrooms. I hated that.
I still have shrooms.
It was awful. It's the worst movies.
I have not seen any of these.
Don't
Now,
ever.
Ring
Yeah.
They're scary.
Now.
I don't
Nothing
like scary
scared me.
All
right. So
No,
the driver
I
did fall.
can't think of anything.
Okay.
Because I'm assuming that Braille knows enough to not just leave the body in the street. But, well, you know what? Then again, maybe you know what? We're just going to play this out. Yep, driving on.
First of all, I can't drag the body nowhere. I am 3 foot tall and 50 pounds.
Use your shillelagh like a golf club.
There. Oh.
Literally.
Wow. All right.
I guess.
So
Somebody else got to move that body.
I would say-
so I can get rid of the body.
Castamir would probably recognize to
capable.
where his lack of disguise is pretty obvious as you guys are kind of like in this carriage going to here. So you just kind of like panic. You're like, oh crap! Like,
Who dat?
I mean, I'm a carriage driver with a hood on.
Mhm.
I mean, I'm
In the dark.
a carriage driver. I'm nobody. So yeah, and it's kind of dim out. You know, as long as I'm not like hauling ass down the streets and like running people over, I don't think I'm gonna think twice about like, oh, that driver looks weirdly suspicious.
remember, this
Yeah.
was his own personal carriage, though. Donnell's personal carriage. So
Well, he hasn't got out to see Castamir yet. He just sees a hood.
yep. So far, so good. So the carriage is arriving at the manor. It kind of goes through the gates, and two kind of like underpaid looking guards kind of like shut it behind them, and you park the carriage, and I'd say that Donnell kind of quickly gets out, and he's kind of still clutching his cloak, and kind of he's like, finally he looks relieved, and he starts to head towards. And we're gonna say, do a deception check, Castamir, as he kind of like looks towards you to see how well you blend in as just being a normal
If
character.
Castamir fails the deception check, I'm going to distract him by turning it into a dog that needs a home and run it up to him.
Okay, you have +4 there. Okay, that's right on the edge there. So he's suspicious a little bit, but more so relieved at being home. So he's just kind of like, I'll say that Jakuba, you recognize Castamir first, so you can do a quick thinking assist because that roll was not high enough there.
Quick thinking. I put my hand on his back. I'm like, come on, we're not safe yet.
All right, so I'd say that helps. That's a help advantage. So you're helping Castamir. Castamir, you have an advantage, so you can roll one more time. As Jakuba trying to keeps Donnell's focus. Okay.
Ah! Yeah.
All right.
His face just molds into the other driver's face.
I just completely vanish.
Nothing to see here.
These are not the droids you're looking
Yeah.
for.
Dude, I was thinking that. Oh my god.
So he's able to kind of like just meekly, kind of like eyes downcast, just the typical, just like my lord kind of deal. And
My
Donnell
lord.
continues on,
Nothing to see here, my lord.
and he starts heading up to his study room, the door that's always locked.
Yeah.
And he's entering. He goes inside, and then
Yeah.
he closes the door and locks it.
In my face?
Yeah, he would like.
No, I don't let him. I don't let him. As we're walking up to that door, I go, Hector! I shout out.
You just shout it out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hector!
You find Hector. He's kind of the dark-skinned wizard with brown curly hair. Comes out, and you can tell he was almost like he looks at you with kind of like keen, suspicious eyes, but then he kind of like stifles a fake yawn, being like, "Oh, I was resting. What's the disturbance in the middle of the night here?"
Come, Hector, your lord needs you. And I keep ushering Darnell forward into whatever that room is.
And he goes to Donnell, and he's just like, he's like, "I know you're paranoid, Donnell, but you don't need us to accompany you every time you use the bathroom at night." And then he kind of like goes inside, and he's like, What is it? What is all the fuss about?"
What do you mean go inside? What do we go inside to?
So it's the door. So Donnell is kind of like trying to go inside his study, like the door that's always locked. And you're trying to kind of like halt him, call out Hector, and try to get you both into the room.
Yeah. And I can tell by Darnell's body language that he's going to be there alone.
Yeah, he seems to like that's his private area where he's gonna like lock everything up.
I sucker punch him.
What?
Yeah. I punch Darnell straight in the jaw, full on blast him right in the jaw.
I'm a killer.
It's a knockout punch. I'm going for the knockout.
Because this will be the
It's a
one
knockout punch.
20.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've been saving all my failed rolls. For this
Okay.
one moment.
Make a attack roll.
Yeah.
We're all gonna have to come back him up, I think.
I'm not strong. Okay, you said attack roll. Okay, so I'm gonna use one of my inspiration die.
You're like superiority die.
Yeah, this is not. I'm not punching Hector, by the way. I'm punching Darnell.
Okay.
Yeah, I use my superiority die. Where the flip?
Man, it's so funny. I'm imagining like a paper with all your plans, and then Takuba's like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna sucker
So-
punch him.
I use so my fist is considered a weapon attack,
it is.
and so I'm using pushing attack.
Well, unarmed.
Right,
Yeah,
so-
sure. Unarmed attack it'll work.
I'm gonna punch him through. So my goal is to kind of like knock out, but also like launch him.
I could
Okay,
have just
hold on.
used Shillelagh.
What do I roll for a punch, Shane?
Just do your attack roll with your weapon, except we're not using the damage dice because that's just.
Okay.
Is your current plan to kill him and just take over his estate and not even worry about the wedding?
No, not at all.
Maybe you should. Get Casimir up there.
How do I make an attack roll?
I'm on my way. I'm inside.
Okay. We'll say that you're able to kind of make your way in there. Big honking sword. Okay, so 13. His armor class is lower because he's just a dude. All these just normal
then-
people, and you're. Okay, so I'd
That's
say
because
that.
this wasn't supposed to be a quest.
So your punch does. It's your strength. So it's 1 plus your strength modifier, and then you're adding your superiority die to it.
Hold on. How much health does he have?
He's normal dude health, which is like 10.
No,
Yeah. So, no. Sorry. I thought I would need to. Do I have to add my superiority die to the damage to knock him out? Like, hold on. How does this work? How do I knock him out? Do I have to like almost kill him?
You have to like KO him, but choose to not.
Oh
choose-
yeah. I add my
You should have the
superiority die.
shillelagh.
Okay,
How
yeah.
do I
So
add a?
So you just roll
So,
whatever the extra is. Like if it's a
D8.
Yes, a D8.
What the heck is wrong with Jakuba? He's got butterfingers. Like he just.
He's incapable of rolling.
No, that's just
Yeah,
the
he's really
luck of the
bad.
die there. So Jakuba,
No.
your strength is 3, so it's 4 plus the 1. So you kind of like you punch him and you push him back, right?
Customer, you better get up there.
Where
Yeah,
are you
customer, go,
where are
go,
you
go.
pushing him though? So like, are you trying to just push him down? Are you trying to push him into something?
I'm trying to. My idea was he had the door open,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So I'm punching him into the door, like through the door, like into his private place with Hector right next to me.
Okay, so I'd say that you do push him back there, and I'd say that he kind of like falls in, and then like so he's being kind of stumbled back, and he's colliding kind of like into like a cabinet there, kind of like into his study. Okay, lucky. I did a typical collision damage. I got a 6, which is
Okay.
exactly 10.
Yeah.
So your first punch just kind of stuns him, and he has like a brief look of betrayal in his eyes as he stumbles back, but then he just boom, kind of clacks into a well, actually, since it wasn't you that KO'd him, it was him hitting his head there. He's now unconscious and has to make death saving throws.
Oh, jeez.
And
All right.
I'm
Hector
gonna
kinda-
kill him.
Hector kind
Shane,
of looks.
if he dies, it's on you.
I mean, that's what
Yeah,
happens if you
yeah.
just
And
Punch someone in or
right after
something.
punching him, Shane, I walk inside and I go, "Come," to Hector.
you can stabilize. So if you check, so Hector actually goes down, and he's just like what is this? This wasn't part of the plan. Like you just you fight there, you get the gold, like subtlety, man. And he's kind of pulling at his hair a little bit, and he goes and he tries to he pulls out something, and he does a little like checks the back of Donnell's head, and he brings out some little like herbs and kind of like
You better
does
come
some
up with an
magical
excuse
thing.
real fast.
Yeah.
Like smelling
So-
salts.
he doesn't wake up. He's just stabilized, so he's not bleeding out and dying.
Yeah.
And then he's
Yeah.
just like, he kind of like, oh, this is on you. This is on you.
No,
This
it's
is
the
on me.
Dungeon Master.
So we agreed on half. I won him a lot of money today. You will have half of that. You will be a rich man, Hector. I will be taking the other half. This man will be discredited tomorrow before the king. We have people working on that. I do not fear retribution. I'm okay with taking the blame. Does this sound agreeable to you?
He's like, this is bad. This is bad. How much money?
Oh, bad.
Eight
How much?
100 gold.
His eyes like perk up, and he's just like, and so the story is, you're going to be getting away with all of it.
I will be getting away with all of it.
He kind of like, he like looks down at Donnell, and he's just like, okay, subtlety has its place,
Yeah.
but your method seems to work okay too.
This man,
Blood.
I already asked him for his chance of redemption. He was going to gamble it again and again and again. He would have lost it all. It is better in your hands.
He sits there
Somebody
and
who holds true to Darnell's father's plans for this estate.
do a persuasion check with advantage.
Nice. Oh,
Oh, with advantage, you're lucky.
yeah.
So the gold definitely greased his mind a little bit there, and he's just like, all right, 600 gold it is. And he kind of like, as he's down, kind of like making sure.
800.
600 gold?
800.
I'll
800.
I'll take the other 200.
Hector the wizard's notoriously bad at math, but he so as he's down stabilizing Donnell, he kind of reaches out and he hefts the large like gold sack, and it kind of like overflows, and a lot of it's in like it kind of spills over the table, and he's just like, all right, and he quickly starts kind of like counting out and dividing it, and Jakuba, make a perception check.
Perception.
Yeah.
Is he gonna screw me over? I'll be so mad. No.
So as he's quickly and dexterously kind of like sorting the piles, and he kind of like puts them in two, and he puts his there, and he's like, "There, half," and he hands it to you.
Remember, he can't count.
Yeah, I can't count, but I weigh it from. Nothing feels wrong.
Not with a 4 perception
Shane?
check.
Shane! And I look at him and I put my hand on Hector's shoulders. On his shoulder, I'm like, I have friends who are waiting for the rest of this money.
And he's like,
And I give him a Jakuba look. It's intimidation, not perception.
okay. I'll say that you don't notice things are wrong like from the weight, but I guess if you're suspicious, you can do an intimidation check.
Yeah. Fucking Jesus Christ. Oh my gosh. All right. He's not strong. He's not. The only thing he's kind of is persuasive if he has an extra shot at it.
Man, you were whooping ass last time. Yeah, it totally doesn't.
Not.
You were fighting. You did so. Like, go back and check the other rolls.
I was not good. The other rolls I was stuck in a claw the entire fight, trying to push my way out of it.
Jakuba would have died if it wasn't for all of us.
Level 3.
I'm
Level
gonna
3.
I'm gonna hire a bodyguard, have
You
him
can-
fight for me.
You can
I'm
do
not
that.
good.
You can do-
This guy sucks.
All
right.
Okay.
Probably do it.
All right, well, I go over and I take a ring off Darnell's body. I take the ring that changes his appearance.
Okay, as you take it off, his face just kind of like when he goes back to his original appearance. And Hector's like, "Hey, I made that."
Yeah.
Good for you,
And now I'm
Hector.
taking it.
I'll say with your check there, you just kind of like give him that Jakuba look, like, and he's like, "I'll make another one." And
All right. Well,
all right.
I put it in my loincloth and I start to
Okay,
head out.
and then add 600
I
gold.
have visions of like a giant bam.
600 gold.
Add
Shane?
600 gold to your inventory.
I got cheated, man.
Also, did you not look around his locked room?
Yeah.
He didn't, and you guys
I-
can't talk to him right now unless you ring him. He actually
You
asked that,
you got to ring a ding ding.
and he's like, he kind of pulls up here. He's like, "You could have let me know your plan." And he holds up his little stone. And he's like, "When it gets warm, you answer."
Oh, I thought there was heat rocks. You wanted to keep me warm.
Also, where's Castamere?
Yeah. So Castamere, you're actually in kind of like the place. What are you doing while this is happening?
So as soon as those two walked away and went inside, I want to do a really quick perception check and just like check my surroundings quickly.
Are you inside or still outside?
Yeah, like I'm assuming that I'm still like sitting on the.
Oh man, you could have just teleported inside right there. You could have. He asked if you were inside.
Okay. Yeah. Do your perception check there. So as you're kind of like looking around, you see, you actually hear a bit of commotion coming from one of the rooms. You hear like a grunt and then a crash from a room on the
Oh shoot! that
third
made
level.
noise.
A room on a third level with kind of like a light coming out of it, and you see another room with a light and a kind of like an open window on a second level.
Do I see any guards? Anyone? Any like human beings nearby?
You do see
Girls,
the
you guys should better have a plan, by the way, because to discredit this guy.
so
That's your guys' job.
you see the two guards that were standing kind of like out by in front of the carriage, like the gate that lets you in, but you don't see too many. Like it seems pretty understaffed, like with not many guards like wandering the courtyard area. So you don't see any like right there.
Okay. So I need to find a shadowy place somewhere to kind of stealth away, and I need to keep an eye out for the rest of the party that hopefully is still following.
Yeah, I'd say that they're kind of like are looking. They followed the carriage and then didn't go in where the main entryway was. So
I've
you
got a
guys are
plan.
passing. All right. So Brielle, you hear kind of like from where you guys are. I'd say Brielle's probably the most perceptive. So you also hear kind of the whoa and the crash. And you guys are outside the gate though, on kind of like keeping to like the trees before it.
So, my plan. Donnell knows Jakuba sucker punched him, right? Like when he wakes up, he'll be like, "Hey, Jakuba, what the fuck?"
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he's not coming.
Guaranteed.
So Jakuba has like, gone off into hiding with the money or whatever. We're gonna go to the wedding as kind of, we're just gonna be hiding in the background. Lindsay is going to leave the Sword of Truth next to Donnell's body, and he'll wake up and be like, "Oh, this is my wedding sword," or with his wedding equipment, whatever it is, he's gonna get dressed up for as the wedding. And when we go to the wedding, Jakuba's gonna come in, and Donnell's gonna get so angry that Jakuba took his money. Like, he's going to reach for the sword immediately and be like, "Yo, Jakuba, what the crap?" And that's when we'll start asking him questions.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wait, I have an idea.
I also have an idea.
All right, so we'll say that you're. So that's. I mean, yeah. So.
That's plan. That's a plan.
But Casimir's there. It's just so Casimir. I'm trying to figure out because there's not total knowledge. So Casimir is close enough to where you guys could probably whisper if he was closer. Like if you wanted to move closer to the gate. Jakuba does not know anything about this plan up in here, and the other three of you are outside the gate, away from the guarded area.
Well, yeah, I just need to know like if they were within eye shot of me, like if the party could see me, because I do have a plan.
Okay, the party could probably see because they know what they're looking for. They're looking for the driver. So like you're from their vantage point, like off to the side, they're able to see kind of like into the stables, and they do see you get off the carriage.
I mean, I can just follow Castamere around with my like.
Well, I'm gonna get you inside first.
But if there are no guards, why aren't you just inside?
Because there's 2 guards at the gate at the entrance.
So kill them.
Honestly, I got pretty lucky with the random Joe that I knifed up on the carriage. I don't know if I can handle 2 guards by myself.
Okay, well, I'll shillelagh.
Hold on, let me just try this thing first. If it goes tits up, then you can go on free again, I guess.
Man. I was like, have I not sated your violence with the last fight? Like, is this what happens when we wait 2 weeks?
I didn't get to fight!
Okay, well, I would say you told that plan, Brielle. So you've told Veruca and Dominique about the plan of leaving the sword with his wedding attire. And Dominique, how do you feel about that?
I think Dominique's cool with it. Like,
she's like, "Oh yeah, here's my talking sword. Okay, cool."
well,
I mean, she can get it back after he gets discredited.
Because
I
wait.
think that it would be the most honorable choice because then he's gonna get.
I
was freaking out.
do have a ring that can make you look like anybody. Is Veruca could go as Darnell and just admit it.
Does the ring make you look like who you want to look like, or does it just change your appearance?
It can make you, because it's disguise self, which Veruca actually could already do just for free. It's one of her spells. But you can disguise self, which makes you. It's an illusion that it can change your appearance to whatever you want, your clothing to whatever you want.
But we actually need the actual Donnell to do this. Because
Why?
otherwise he can say that was a lie. That wasn't me.
It has to be truthful.
Why don't we just kill him after Lois confesses?
No!
You can't clarify if he's dead.
Well, let's ask Castamere. You want to kill him?
Okay, that was a one-off.
God, I still feel bad for him.
Oh, you pacifist. We've got to earn our posters that we got up there. We're wanted people. What are we wanted for?
You're like, in for a penny, in for a pound.
Okay, so anyway,
let's get out of this
so I need to
now.
break you guys in here. So how I'm going to try doing that. So I am going to cast. Okay, so first I would cast Dancing Lights, and no real particular shape, just something attention getting.
Okay. So I'd say it kind of looks like lanterns off in the distance, kind of like 4 of them just kind of
Yeah.
pop up.
Yeah, about like 100 feet, like in the opposite direction of the gate.
Okay.
And then I'm also going to cast a minor illusion to do that same kind of like crazy. Well, no, I'm not going to make it scream like crazy. Just kind of like loud sounds of like loud speech.
Okay.
So like someone like kind of yelling, talking like indistinguishable, but like
Yeah, just like
clear. And then have it. That's only 30 feet. All right, so yeah, the dancing light about 30 feet away, outside of the gate and like off in the woods, and then the minor illusion for the sound in the general direction of those lights to try and alert the guards and have them go and check it out.
Okay, so let's see. One of the guards actually kind of like nudges the other one. He's just like, there's more sightseers in here. Like, go, shoo them off, get them out of here. So one of the guards is like kind of grumbles to the other one. He's just like, it's your turn to go off and check the riffraff. And he's like, they kind of argue amongst themselves. It comes down to a rock paper scissors match, and one of the guards loses and kind of like grumbles and starts to go off to investigate the lights. And the other one's just kind of standing there at the gate still as the other one is going off to look towards where the lights are.
Shillelagh!
Okay, so yeah, if you want to do your shillelagh attack with advantage because you're jumping from sneak.
Oh, I wish we could actually see this.
Yeah.
She's gonna
Shane,
like turn
perhaps
the
you
band a
can
bit
act it out.
unaccurate. I can feel it already.
So he's just kind of sitting there chewing on his like jerky, just kind of like looking out after the guy that wandered there. And so do your advantage attack roll, Brielle. I think you have to hit the weapon.
Cast spell?
It should be in your weapon attacks. So character sheet in your weapons.
It's in my cantrips, though.
Yeah, just hit magic staff. So magic staff is what you roll after you use your shillelagh spell. So the shillelagh spell like makes your weapon into the magic staff.
Oh, I see. Magic staff. I see it. I
And
see
you
it.
smack it. So advantage, and we take the damage from the first roll. Okay, and with advantage, so you can roll one more time, just to see with the d20. So hit it again. Okay, so we take the damage of the first one. So you just kind of like leap out as he's sitting there, kind of like chewing, like watching the other one, and it kind of clangs onto his helmet a little bit, and he kind of like, and he's not down. He's just like, what the fuck? And he like turns to like look at Brielle. He like looks up
Now
and he's
you've
like,
gone and done it.
and he looks down and he sees like Brielle with her staff like looking up. All right, so you all have one opportunity. So, he gets a quick thing. He's reaching for his sword and he pulls it out after Brielle. Brielle, do an initiative roll really quick, everybody. It's just this one guy, just really quick. Just want to see who acts first.
Everybody at roll initiative?
Yeah, everybody who's near the area who sees this. I just want to see who acts first.
I have to figure out where I'm rolling.
How do you roll initiative?
Initiative's tricky. You can also do a dexterity saving throw. It's basically the same thing because it's a d20 plus your dexterity. Yeah, so if you can't find your initiative thing, just do a dexterity saving throw because they're kind of the same. All right, plus your dexterity. So, Dominique, you act first. So as
Okay.
as you see, yeah, your dex is +3. So as you see, kind of like the guard kind of clangs off his helmet a little bit, and he's turning to look at Brielle, and he starts to reach for his sword. He's pulling out his sword. What are you doing? It's like slow mo. He's like, shh.
I shoot at his hand.
Okay. Do an attack roll with disadvantage though, because you're trying to aim for just the hand. You're trying to be all like marksman. So you hit.
Realistic.
So you hit your character sheet,
Okay.
and then on your weapons you have longbow. So you just roll that twice. You hit the little button that says attack. Roll that twice. So he kind of like pulls his sword up, and he's going to swing at Brielle. Man, I need props. I'm down here in my little.
I know. I got
basement
props coming
area.
out my ear. Here, Shane. you
Wait,
can have
I got
this.
one. I got one.
So
All
I
right.
did it twice.
Yeah, you do it twice. So the guard reaches
Oh,
for
there
his
we go.
sword.
Oh my
Don't
god.
hurt yourself.
He pulls out his sword. All right, I'm gonna just toss this down. All right, sword on the ground. Remind me of that so I don't step on it.
Yeah, really.
Oh
So I
yeah,
got
so the
8
first one.
4.
Okay, so that actually, that's enough damage there. So you actually, as his hand comes out, you just like, as you shoot the arrow, it like hits his hand, and then his hand like funks back onto like kind of the wooden post of the fence where the iron's attached to, and he drops the sword, and he's like stunned there, and he actually, with that much damage, he passes out from. So he's there. Were you?
Wow.
He's not dead, but he is passed out and kind of like stuck to. He's like hanging by his hand from the shock of the damage.
Wow. Okay.
And he is bleeding out though, Lindsay. So, do you just let him?
You killed him, Lindsay.
There was a.
just shot his hand. Yeah.
I'll say the
guess-
quick clang because it was kind of quick. It was just a quick clang as the guy's gone out to investigate the voices. So you guys have like a brief moment before the other guy comes back.
Yeah, I'm just running up. I'm just going.
You just run into the forest after the guy.
No, I'm running up towards the castle with Castamere.
You're like, my bloodlust has not been sated yet. You know?
Dominique goes up to the guy, and I don't have any healing things, do I?
Your sword heals. If you want to do that, yeah, your sword can heal. You can also just use, if you're proficient in medicine, you can just try to like medicine check someone.
Just wrap his hand up and go.
I guess I'm gonna try to use the sword.
Okay.
to heal.
So he's still, I'd say he's still like he would wake up from a healing. Do you want to like bind him or kind of like Spider-Man him, you know, like wrap him up?
Yeah. So yeah, let's just. Well, he's like pinned to the wall with his sword. I'm gonna pin his other hand, and then heal him.
She holds up his other hand and then just thunk, like, shoots it too, and he's stuck by his hands into this post. And then she heals it so the wounds close around it, so he's not bleeding anymore.
Oh my gosh.
But he can't go get it.
Yeah.
Holy crap. He's going to have to tear it out again.
Oh no!
Lindsay, he'll die.
Well, not if he has it surgically
Yeah.
removed. He's just stuck
You're crucifying him. Yeah.
Okay, let's just
He's
like.
not our friend.
I've never seen someone so casually
Okay.
crucify
Moral
somebody.
decision. I'm just gonna.
I'm just gonna, you know,
I'm
The-
gonna.
You hear a
But what Lindsay whispered was, "I'm gonna kill him."
you you hear the voice of the sword in your head that's like, your morality is a little questionable, but I guess it's the thought that counts. But he actually,
Swords for hands now. Look
So-
at all the fence. I'll just run around with swords on your hands.
So I would say-
I'm gonna take out the arrow and tie his hands together and
Before
then
you heal.
heal him.
Okay.
What Dominique says to
So
herself.
Oh my gosh. You're just trying to help and keep making it
You
worse.
said it was bleeding out, and now I have
He's
no
like-
choice.
Just kill me already. Please stop.
so I'd say you kind of like
Kill him.
you kind of tie him up and you heal him, and I'd say that you could probably heal him without waking him up right away. So you intend to try to like from the shock, his like the profusely bleeding wound on his hand kind of like closes up. His eyes flutter a little bit. He's and then
And I close
I mean,
his
I can
eyes
always
and
just whack him again.
I close his eyes and then I say like rest now, and then I kiss him on his forehead, and then I
Let Lois like sing him to
You
sleep
do
or something.
oh my god! Okay, this is my new mental picture. Is like she casually crucifies this guy with arrows, kisses him on the forehead, and she's like, "Rest now."
Yes.
She's not.
No, my mental image is she crucifies him, and then it's like, no, that's too harsh. Pulls out the arrows, then heals him.
She keeps trying, and then every time she messes
And
up,
then
she's like,
kisses
"Ow!"
him on
Heal
the
with the sword.
forehead.
Heal with the sword. Like,
He's like, nah,
I,
it's too.
mean, I think
too
the other
lax.
guy has started to come back at this point and seen what's happened and been like, nope, and just leave.
Yeah.
I think
Wow.
Lindsay's in the wrong century. She should be in the 60s. Peace, love,
yeah.
love
Hey,
everyone.
No, I have another one who's a
Freedom,
total
peace.
pacifist. You can be a pacifist. It totally
Peace,
works.
love,
in
and
the game.
crucifixion.
Yeah. All right. So
Yeah, peace, love, and wicked arrows.
I'll say from the guy wandering into the woods, you guys probably have like 5 minutes before he comes back. Because I would say that Casimir could probably like make the lights kind of like with an optical illusion, kind of make the sound distant, the lights dim to like make it look from a distance. So he's probably gone for like 5 minutes. You guys have the other guy's knocked out and kind of his hands are tied together, and he's like kind of.
He's peaceful.
I mean, I'm entering the castle.
So you just hustle up with the
Yeah.
Casimir. Yep. So
I'm following.
okay, so you're
I
leaving
don't
the
know
guy
what
there.
I'm doing. I don't have a clue. I'm standing there going, what just happened?
What you could do, Veruca, the instructor, you could make yourself at the disguise self thing. You could look like the guard that was just knocked out, and then just like
What would that
Stand
do for
there.
me?
it would be when the other guy comes back. He's just like, "Hey, looks like it was nothing." You're like, "Hey," and then you just keep the other guard occupied by like chit chatting.
Oh,
with
so
them.
get rid
Pretend.
of the guy that Lindsay crucified.
Yeah, so you pretend.
I have just sung them to sleep.
Not how the story went.
She actually does have sleep as well. She has sleep this whole time.
Ruka, you could have just sung everybody to sleep.
Yeah, no kidding.
Write that down.
Release.
Yeah, Lois, write that
release
down.
Dominique on everybody.
Dominique had planned. I think I might have.
Yeah, you gotta write that down on your character
so I'm
sheet.
rolling the sleeping guy
Yeah.
into the woods so
No,
nobody can see him.
The better story is Veruca had the song of sleep on her lips as Dominique strode out.
She was just about to.
Yeah.
She sings the first word of a lullaby, and Brielle's just like,
Sleep now.
Now I'm left to roll the guy that's been crucified and
Oh.
healed.
You're
I
safe.
also
You're
Yeah.
safe now.
I also totally imagine that Brielle's battle cries are just like a collection of weird animal sounds. Like I'm gonna Google like what is like a angry fox sound like? And it's just a
Oh,
random
foxes
one every
sound
time.
awful.
I know, yeah.
The koalas are like, oh, oh, oh.
so her battle, all of her battle
Wild
sounds are
sex
just different
sounds, huh?
different sounds like that. All right, so what's the plan there, Because you're rolling him off into the woods, and
I'm
what do you
rolling
do
him
there?
into where he's far away, and I'm gonna hit him on the head to make sure he stays out. Because I don't care. I'm not a pacifist.
Saga sleep,
Hit him on the
bitch.
head.
Song asleep, bitch. Smacks him with the loot. And then
Hard, and
All
then
right.
I'm gonna go back and
okay.
swing hard.
Stand guard.
So your vision shimmers, and your appearance, your height, everything, your clothes, you look just like the guy that you just knocked out. And the rest of you, are you going inside the castle or inside the
Yes, here
manor?
I am.
Yes.
All right.
Everybody froze.
Everybody did freeze.
You froze. Lois.
Yeah, you froze there,
froze.
Lois.
Yeah.
Now you're fine.
No, you froze. So here I am. I'm the guard.
So the rest of you come in. A few minutes have passed as you guys are able to get in. The other guard comes back, and he's just like, "I was just a bunch of nothing, Craig." And he looks at you, and he's just like,
Nothing happening here.
he's like,
Long.
nothing ever happens here, man. Don't you wish that Donnell guy would pay us more?
Yes, I do.
No, Lois, you should be like, I have it on good authority. You're about to get paid a lot.
Yeah.
Or
I'm not
dead.
making any promises. I thought about telling him, well, I make more than that. How much do you make?
Oh,
You gotta answer
Oh.
there, and he's just like,
You're
"Oh,
gonna play with their psychology.
yeah." I mean, that's what
I'm
her
gonna
whole
get him mad at the boss.
that's her whole character thing is. She's like supposed to be a spy that like infiltrates, subverts, like sows fear and
So how
discord.
much do you make?
He's just like, make about a silver a day if I'm lucky, but meals are included. I guess that's a bonus.
I make 2 gold a day.
He's like, and you're,
Fucking shade.
I'm a better sword arm than you are. How are you paying?
don't start a fight with this guy.
I
What
don't
are-
want him to be loyal to Donnell.
What are you
There's a
sleeping with him?
My madness,
Ah, like
less sympathetic.
he's like, well, if you're making more, how about nothing's going on. How about we play it over a game of cards? And he pulls out like a deck of cards, and then he puts
Do
a
it. Make
silver.
a friend. Make a friend.
And he's like, I know you always lose at these, but since you got some more gold to throw about, maybe you'll be a little lucky here. You got
You
some
know
luck
what?
to spare.
Rather than waste our time playing cards, why don't I just acknowledge the fact that you do a better job than I do and give you one of my gold? But I have to tell you, Donnell is a dirty dog, and you do not need to give him loyalty.
Do a persuasion check with advantage. So I'm gonna roll for you there.
No, you.
I know.
Are you trying to start a union?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
I
gonna
don't
go on
want
strike.
anybody to feel
Okay.
loyal to Donnell.
So the first one, the 22. So Veruca starts to talk to this guy about like the low wages and how badly they're treated, and how he's totally the better guard. His eyes are sharper. He's better. So she gives him one of the gold, and the other guy's starting to nod in agreement. He's like, you know what? You're right. Like I'm gonna get out of this. There's plenty of other places that would pay a man better to stand watch. So as
I'd
that's
leave
going
right
on,
now if
Yeah.
I were you.
I don't know if he's gonna leave right now.
Casimir.
Pay for the day and then some.
Casimir kills someone. Veruca makes someone quit their job. Like,
I gave him money.
She gives
Yeah.
them the confidence to quit their
Right.
job.
And Dominique is a good Samaritan / serial killer.
Well, she's
All right.
a serial killer that has a change of heart after
Yeah.
she's done it.
Yeah.
No, wait, I didn't do that. Wait.
She always tries to do the right thing, and then like
So
somehow
she's a
ends
serial
up.
killer with a conscience.
So the rest of you are entering into the manor, and you find like there's not. I'm kind of echoing, kind of bad. I don't know who's echoing. All right, I think it went away. But so you're able to get inside the manor. Things are kind of dark. It seems like there's like a few oil lanterns that are on, providing a dim light to these hallways. Castamere, you remember seeing the 3rd floor light with the thump sound and the groan, and a 2nd floor light with a kind of an open window. And like those seems to be the 2 areas that catch your interest there.
All right. Yeah, let's go check out the room that I saw with the open window.
Where's Jakuba?
Hector's still counting the gold.
Yeah, I'd say that it took some time to
It
Not
kind
takes
of
a
good
like,
at
long.
that.
It takes a long time to.
it was
count
all
gold.
simultaneous like that. There was a lot of it. So
Okay.
Castamere heads towards the open window room with the light. Does everyone follow him, or do they go somewhere else?
I go towards where I hear Jakuba and Hector counting stuff and talking and stealth my way over there.
Okay, Dominique, where are you going?
Dominique's gonna follow Brielle.
I'm going with
and go
Casimir.
see what's going on.
Or are we doing the plan with giving him the sword?
I thought so.
Because then we should just go find where his wedding garments are hung.
Well, I
we can
mean,
do that. We can go and
well,
look around.
we still haven't like had a chance to meet up with Jakuba and discuss what the plan is. So he's waiting on us to get to him.
Well, I guess then we go find where they're counting the money.
So
Oh, while Hector is counting money, I could be like, hello.
Yeah, he does have the little cell phone thing.
Yeah.
There you go. Dominique, your
But,
pocket
Okay.
your pocket grows warm like. Brrr, brrr.
oh, hold on, it's my heat stone.
It's a party line.
So Dominique, you are now
Hello.
Jakuba.
You have Jakuba.
Jakuba, hello? Hello, can you hear me?
Hello. Jakuba speaking.
Hi.
Can you hear
Jakuba,
me?
No. I go.
this is
Jakuba. Jakuba
Here's the
has.
plan.
hello?
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh,
God.
they're having phone problems. Not freaking Verizon, you guys. Get away.
Yeah.
They're on different floors, and there's like no.
I look at Hector,
Yeah.
I'm like, I get no reception in here.
Can you hear?
Hello.
Okay,
Jakuba.
I've got a transponder that doubles the signal strength, and I'm plugging it into the wall of the castle now. Okay, guys, your signal just doubled.
I go. I have the package. Darnell is unconscious. I have the money. I'll be making my way down very soon. I do not know if I can make my way out of the compound unferried.
Okay.
And
She just looks at anybody else. It's for you.
No, I'm gonna have. So Dominique's gonna do this one. So take it away, Dominique.
So here's the we have a plan. So we're gonna. Are you with Darnell right now?
10-4.
What?
That's a yes.
Okay.
10-4.
10-4. Yes.
Okay.
you got
So
your ears
good.
on.
Yeah.
This is okay. So we're gonna go. Okay, here's the plan. So Darnell is gonna. We're gonna sneak into his freaking a place with the wedding gown, and we're gonna put my sword there, and then we need you to. Okay, so we're gonna need you to put his body into the room with the wedding stuff, and hopefully he stays there the rest of the night unconscious.
Hit him again.
Did you get all
Hit
that?
him again.
10-4.
Don't make him bleed.
Wait, Darnell has a wedding gown.
He's like probably
Like
some sort
garb.
of like
Like
wedding
a-
attire.
Clothing.
Like-
know,
You mean like a tux? Oh, okay. It's like
They don't have tuxes back then.
garb.
Yeah,
Wedding
garb.
garb. Got it.
You got it. You got the plan. So we're
Yeah.
good.
Why am I putting him inside that room?
I don't know. I just
Okay. Jakuba
I don't
knows
think-
of the plan. Hector kind of looks at
I
you.
think it's weird if he has a sword just laying next to him.
What Hector heard was
This is like, you're an absolute agent of chaos. I don't know what you're up to. And Casimir, when you go into this open room with the window, you find Hector's lab, like as it was opened up. You find his sleeping area that looks to be kind of disturbed. You find a just kind of like his area of magical tinkering. You can see like kind of like
I'm
odd
there with
experimental artifacts. You just like left the other guard, so you paid him to just watch to keep watch more, and then like you're the better guard, like you can keep an eye out, and then so I guess you still look like the guard and kind of up with them. Okay, we'll say that you
Yeah.
went with
And I
Castamere.
go up. I go with Castamere and go wink, wink, nudge, nudge. It's me.
Castamere
How can we get
stabs
out
you
of
in the throat.
No, that's what Lindsay would do, and then she'd heal me.
If you stab someone with the healing sword, do they actually get hurt?
A philosophical Confucius question. So you guys are
The
kind of
tree
like,
falls in the forest.
and it's Lindsay. Dominique is the tree. So the rest of so you're in this area, kind of like poking around. So you see a magical laboratory, basically. We'll say that like Dominique hearing that and like the plan with Brielle, you guys are looking for basically his bedroom, which would have his like wedding garb and all that. So you guys make perception rolls, investigation rolls, Brielle and Dominique. And then what are you two doing, Castamere and Veruca?
I'm probably gonna do an investigation too, just to see what I can see.
Okay.
Let's see. Perception check, you said? No.
Investigation, because you're kind of like looking around trying to like. Dang, you guys
Not great.
still find nothing. So
Not great.
Okay, so then should I do one?
I got a good one. Kind
he's
of.
doing.
You guys are in.
Oh, I see that one there. Yeah. Yeah, if you want to look around the area, because you're looking in the lab with Castamere.
Right. So did I? Can I do a roll?
Yeah, I'll roll for you.
So I.
Okay, so with that roll, it takes a little while as you're trying to like, you guys are kind of like going through the dimly lit hallways, and you can kind of find your way to where things are looking nicer, more well decorated. There's areas where there's like dust where things haven't been traveled very often, and you kind of like stay away from that. And it takes a little while, but you guys are eventually able to find what looks like to be the master bedroom of the area. And then Veruca, when you're looking around, you find a set of potions on a wall. It looks like there's like a little alchemical set, kind of like a Bunsen burner, different kinds of potions and stuff. You find a crystal orb sitting on like a little pillowcase, and as you like look down at it, you actually see Jakuba sitting there, and you can see like the stone that he was holding glowing a little bit as you
So
like
is it
look
like
at the
another
crystal.
magic cell phone?
You're seeing Jakuba
Oh, it's
through
a
this
video
orb.
camera.
It's a video chat.
Yeah.
So it
It's
looks.
FaceTime.
So with that investigation, you kind of because that was a high roll, so you kind of get the sense that he was spying using that stone. It was not only a way to communicate. Using this thing that he has, this little scrying orb, he's able to keep an eye, and he's been looking at Jakuba this entire time. He's been keeping an eye on him.
So
Who's
he
been looking
doesn't
at
have it
me?
anymore because we're taking it.
You pocket it.
Yep.
There's
Wait, we're in
potions.
Hector's lab or Donnell's lab?
This is Hector's lab. Donnell, you two are in Donnell's master bedroom. Castamere,
Okay.
Veruca are in the lab of Hector. So you just take the little scrying orb, and there's potions on the walls to where you
Taking
see
the alchemy set too.
the whole thing.
Yeah, everything we get our hands on. We're taking.
Just-
It might have value. It might not. We're taking it all.
You know, I think the plan is that we're taking over this estate. You could just leave it
Maybe
there.
we don't know what's going to happen at the wedding yet.
Veruca's over there pulling the nails out of the wall.
Those are square head nails. They're rare and
Okay.
expensive.
So I'd say that you find 3 healing potions, a potion of gaseous form, and a potion
A
of flight.
fart in a bottle?
Fart in a bottle. But you drink it and you
Wow.
become the fart, so it's cool. And a potion of flight. So I'm gonna write.
Killer fart?
We'll have
Or is it a pacifist fart.
Castamere. I'm gonna have you be the what?
Is it a killer fart or is it a
Oh,
pacifist fart?
That's
Because
up
if
to the
it's not a
fart.
killer fart, I
What does it smell like, Shane?
Okay, Castamere, I'm gonna have you be the bookkeeper here, so you can add those potions. Because Veruca is just playing with props, like.
Here, customer, take these things.
Yeah,
put
it's
them away.
these little
Carry them
boots.
away.
You said 3 healing potions?
3 healing potions, a potion of gaseous form, and then a potion of
Scrying
flight.
orb.
And then there's a scrying orb. And then
And
an alchemy set.
CBD oil.
So actually, this will be a fun thing. So you also, if you're just taking everything there, the ingredients on the wall and all that, it's 100 gold of just alchemy ingredients. So put
Cool.
like 100 alchemy points, and then that's the way we are crafting for alchemy. And
Who
then
gets that?
you and Casimir kind of like jointly. Dominique,
Keep
So
loaded.
Do we have to split it or?
up to you guys. I'm having Casimir be the bookkeeper though, because he has a character sheet there.
Who's better? Oh, Casimir's better at alchemy, isn't he?
He is, yeah. That's his like thing there. So he can make
He can do
potions.
it all.
And then the potion thing too is if you get creative, like an idea of making a potion, I can look up a similarly leveled spell and find out. Like
I have
if
a
you can make it.
platypus potion, and I don't know why.
A platypus potion. Oh, it was poison. Poison. That was it.
Platypus poison, yes. Oh, yes, from the Spurs. I remember now.
But I kind of want you to have a platypus potion because that sounds more fun. All right. So Dominique,
Just turn into a platypus.
Dominique and Dominique and Brielle, you guys enter this master bedroom, and with the investigation check of Dominique, I'd say that she pokes around, and you see this big, like large king size bed with like posters, kind of like the 4 posts and the like drapes and all that. You see some dressers, kind of like ornate clothes. Everything looks a little old. Nothing looks to be well maintained or updated, except for you find in the closet, it looks to be a like ornate white and gold kind of like military looking outfit with buttons and kind of like
Wedding garb.
yeah, kind of wedding garb. It looks like it, and there actually is a sword there. It's a ceremonial decorative sword.
Switch it.
Swap them out.
Yeah, it looks different. It's like a cutlass kind of deal, but there is a sword there.
Oh, I don't think Donald's smart enough to know what different swords look like.
Swap them out. Let's
Okay.
swap them out.
You just so you get rid of the sword from your inventory, and then you make a swap there. All right, what are the rest
Is
of you
his
guys
sword
doing?
anything?
His sword just looks to be like it does look to be worth some money. It just seems to be a decorative. It's not very sharp. Doesn't seem to be like a combat sword. It's just decorative.
You know what I'd say? Take it.
You're not there. You don't know what's
Yeah.
going on.
No, I called her on the stone.
She doesn't even have a
is,
stone.
I have an
A little
extension
tiny
right
person on the
here.
side of your shoulder. Take it, take it, take it.
Take it.
Pocket it.
All right.
Take it all.
So
That's
I'm.
an 1876 vintage sword.
All right, I think we skipped. It's the wedding day now. Next morning, wedding.
All right.
That looks like it could be an antique, and you.
So
might
I'm gonna
be
let you guys
something
plan.
like that.
Because I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but we're gonna say that you guys just hustle it out. You just kind of like.
I just imagine a montage just where I'm walking out with a giant sack of gold on my back with like Veruca playing cards with one of the guards or whatever, or like having a therapy session with them. To slow motion.
Telling him how much he's got way too much given into the guy, and he should just move on. Find someone who.
So we'll say
values him.
Veruca does come back. She has her pockets stuffed with all sorts of random crap from the laboratory, and you start talking with the guard again. You were telling him like, "Oh yeah, I was in there, kind of like checking in on things. Everything's good in there." And then as you see the rest of them come out, you kind of like distract him a bit as you guys are kind of like leaving through, I guess, the main gate. So yeah, we'll say that you guys get your short rest so you can use your healing and all that, recover some of your abilities, and we'll say it's the day of the wedding, and I'm going to go to the bathroom.
Day of the wedding. All right, what are we doing? This is what the past 2 months has been building up to, guys.
I am going into hiding.
Yeah, but you have to appear to make him mad to make him draw the sword.
Oh my goodness.
Oh yeah, that was part of the plan.
You
Sorry,
can't go
Zuko,
into
I forgot to
hiding
tell you.
yet.
I don't know how I feel about that. That's so much chance.
Yeah.
We are lucky. We
What would you
believe in it.
suggest?
I think that's a bad idea.
I really think that Veruca should take his form and then just admit to everything. Or wait, we also we've got your shape changing form, and then we've also got that ring.
If we do a confession and it's just us, who's the king going to pay money to? Because we've saved the princess before she gets,
Yeah,
Plus,
if he
what
gives
are
us
we
the
doing
reward.
with Donnell's body if we do
that's
that?
a chance, but we definitely won't get it if I'm him.
Yeah,
There's no
if there's a
chance
reward,
there.
that's great. But we just robbed a ton of money off of this guy, right?
Oh,
and
you don't
now,
think the king has more.
but here's the benefit: is if we discredit this Darnell guy, he won't have any means to come after us because he knows I did it. Like, and we
What
have
are we
wanted
doing with his
posters
body
everywhere.
then?
We already have a bunch of people after us that aren't Donnell.
Like
Whose body?
Donnell.
He's not dead.
What do you? He's
I know he's
dead.
not dead. What are we doing with him?
Well, it depends on
We
what
don't.
plan
We don't
on
have
doing.
him. He's at the estate.
Yeah,
We
so
didn't,
if
like-
he goes to the wedding as him, and Veruca goes to the wedding as him, and there's two hims.
We'll
I
have.
think that we should let him go and then try the sword of truth and then see what happens.
And then if it doesn't work, I'll pop up as him and say, I had sex with the maid over there and had a child.
Then there's two of him.
Whoa! What just happened?
You
I'm a
could.
scumbag. How do I know that I'm not going to be thrown into stock?
We need to know, like, because you know how you have to like put your right hand on the Bible to like testify or whatever. Is what if it was something similar?
Nothing but the truth.
Yeah, you had to put your hand on the sword. Like maybe something like that is if you impersonate a Justicar, like someone who upholds the law, and you're like, "Hey, I've been chasing you. I finally caught up to you," and then you like interrogate him on the spot.
On the sword.
Yeah, because you don't have to be him. You could be like,
But what
He
else
could
is
be
he
a
guilty
cop.
of? I mean, we
Yeah.
know he's a scum, but what
"Put
else?
your hand on your sword and swear that it's not true." Something like that.
Mm.
I don't think you guys are giving the king much. I think you'd
All right,
be
I'm
pretty
back.
appreciative if we did this. And if
Yeah.
I play him, he could still say, that wasn't me, I didn't say it. It wasn't me. It was a trick from these scummy people that there's all kinds of people looking to take their heads from.
I could use the guild to make him disappear, not be dead, but like take him somewhere very far away.
Dominique disagrees just because that is not the honorable thing to do. Just because he's got, you
You want
know.
to kill him?
You want to get crucified?
Yeah, we could
Yes,
crucify
I
him.
think the best thing you could come up with is, I'm going to kill him.
I'm gonna kill him.
I'm going to kill him.
We could, I mean, yeah, I feel like
I could just become Donnell, and then I could marry the princess and stay that way forever and have the palace.
She just lives
Do
the
all work
life.
for me. So I
The
get
ultimate
tired of it and
con.
decide, this is not the life for me. And I just say, that's it, I'm done. Here's your palace, I'm leaving.
We
could do
we
it that
could
way.
just like fully blow up the plan, and I will barge in and infest Donnell with fleas and tell him they will stop after he confesses, or they will kill him.
Oh wow.
scratch everything.
That's called entrapment. Or like you can't do
I'm going to kill him.
that.
Or I could kill him.
I think that we should go that way.
Yeah. So Shane, I think what's gonna happen is I'm gonna go into hiding.
Okay.
Like I'm gonna go back to my barn or something.
Okay, hold on. If we're
I
killing
have a
him-
plan.
If we're killing him, Lindsay needs to get her sword back.
Yeah, I have a plan. We're going to get Lindsay's sword back and just give it to her and don't tell her anything's going on. Shh,
I was
don't
gonna say,
Don't
Dominique's
tell.
gonna be, yeah.
Don't tell.
You probably
And
should.
then- And then, okay, and then Castamere, kill him.
Send Dominique off to go play with her little
I'm
lover
gonna get-
waitress.
I'm going to get 25 gold.
You make one snap decision about a carriage driver, and you're just the team assassin from then on out.
25 gold and say, there's more than you make in forever. Take this, get out of here, raise your child somewhere else. The problem is gone, and I do mean gone. Change of plan. Especially since Jakuba wants to run off and hide.
What am I gonna
Okay,
do?
So wait. Dominique is gonna go off and play with her little waitress friend, so she doesn't know what's going on.
But first,
Right.
I need my phone back.
You got your phone and you got your sword. Castamere is going to kill the unconscious Donnell.
I'm going to send the other guard home and tell him I got the rest of the night. It's so quiet, nothing's going on.
Okay.
And then you're going to turn into Donnell and go to the wedding.
No,
What?
no, why? I'm just going to give 50 of my gold to the one who has the bastard child with the whole reason we did this thing. We did get the...
You don't think his bride or the king are going to come looking for him when he doesn't show up at the wedding?
Who cares?
We care, because we're already wanted.
If we
We're
And Jakuba has been seen with him.
We're moving on.
I mean, if you guys want to do that.
Or I could turn into him and I could marry her until I get tired of that. You want to go that route? Who wants me to turn into Donnell?
I kind of do.
Well, Lindsay, when it's you, you have to do this. Raise of hands. Pretend like they're nailed back. Who wants me to be Donnell?
I can't vote. I'm biased.
Oh. Dang.
I'm still.
I'm going to be
I mean, with her impersonating Darnell, okay, so here's an idea. You go as Darnell to the wedding. You go through almost all the way through the ceremony. We have the unconscious Darnell, right? So we're assuming that when we tell the king that we've found this information out and we've rushed over here to stop him being disgraced and his niece or daughter or whoever, being disgraced and all that. You find all this out. You admit to it. You flee the scene, but it's cool because Jakuba is outside with the body, with the unconscious actual Darnell. And then he comes in holding him up like, I caught him.
I have caught this
You go.
man.
I
Okay.
kind of like that idea.
coming out of hiding
Yeah.
for that, Jakuba?
Yeah. I will leave the
That
barn.
way everybody's cleared. You can come back to the estate and just inform all the guards that you're passing ownership over to Jakuba or whoever, and then we've got guards. We've already got guards, except for the one that got crucified.
So I go back to the palace, Donnell's palace, as Donnell, and tell them that I'm giving the whole schmear to Jakuba because I'm off to live
Prison.
Okay.
Yeah,
Let's do it.
do it.
Okay. So
Montage.
Roll
It's
scene,
wedding
Shane. Roll
day.
scene. Yeah.
Wait, what is Dominic?
Da, da, da.
yeah, Dominic.
Dominique, you're having an affair with the little waitress lady. You're having
Am
lunch
I
with
not
her.
in this scene?
I mean, this scene. You can be in the scene, Lindsay. I'm not gonna let him kick you out of the scene if you don't want to.
Come,
I mean, I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just kind of chilling.
So, all right. So it's the next day. Donnell wakes up and he's visibly bruised, kind of like where Jakuba punched him. He's like, oh no, you guys took him, didn't you? You took him. Dang.
yeah,
Okay.
he's still unconscious.
So you've hustled off. You're hiding out, kind of in the woods, I guess, with the unconscious body of Donnell. Hector comes back and he finds all his stuff gone, and he's a moment of outrage. But then you guys are gone. So it comes to the next day.
Well,
and-
now we don't have Hector on our side.
No, he took from us. We took from him.
No big
He'll be
deal.
happy with it.
And maybe we can employ him. We could use a court wizard.
So you guys, it's the next day, and there's like a sense of excitement among all the townsfolk. Like there's a procession.
I'm putting on my wedding gown.
Okay, so you're kind of, it's still in the palace. You look like Donnell, and you're putting on your garb, your gown, and then you are like there's a procession. The townsfolk are excited coming through the main like thoroughfare of the city. It's kind of like an ornate carriage. Okay. It's a carriage,
Look like a hunchback.
and there's kind of like a suite of palace guards. There seems to be people are excited because the king himself is kind of sickly and old and hasn't made an appearance for just his niece's wedding. But there is the two princes. There's two princes that have shown up, and that everyone's kind of excited. The girls are kind of all going
I know
to
that you guys,
get an eye on
those
it.
Princes could cause us problems in the future.
Let's kill him! Gotta kill him!
Kill him! Kill him!
Hey, we all gotta get all dressed up nice, don't we?
Yeah. If you guys want to be at the wedding,
Montage.
I put on my finest loincloth.
We can't.
no. So
Real leather.
I decorate myself in jewel beetles.
We're going to the wedding. We're going to the wedding.
So Dominique, if you want
Come on,
to,
guys, let's go.
you can spend some of your money to probably get a nice outfit. Like if you wanted to spend some money to get like a nice outfit, anyone who wants to can
Don't
do that.
do it.
It would probably be 12 gold for like a super fine, like really nice like dress.
I'm gonna get like a nice elven like dress to wear somewhere.
So you get a super nice kind of like
It's a girl.
you can think about how it looks and describe it to us.
Yeah.
And then so you that's everyone's heading to this church courtyard. You have like the kind of like the priest of some. There's like the main. It's kind of like a smallish chapel, kind of like a few stories tall, and everyone's kind of like the procession. Everybody's gathering there.
I'm gonna get married.
And then I guess I guess
I am. Guys,
So-
I am.
Brielle, you're kind of hanging out in your jeweled beetles.
Hey, they can cause chaos if need be.
Your live beetles. Everyone's complimenting your so people are complimenting your innovative and creative design for your dress, not realizing the beetles are kind of like chittering and still alive.
Yeah, they're alive.
And so you're kind of like they see you as a
Naked,
townsfolk.
covered in living beetles.
And what is
Casimir?
yeah, what is everybody else doing?
I'm waiting in the designated spot with Darnell kind of not being obvious. I'm like not at the wedding.
Okay.
I'm at the
Even though we're in your
pre-planned-
nice loincloth.
Yeah, I just thought it was.
Leather.
I just wanted to wear it today.
It's nice on the nuts and everything. He
Yeah.
looks good.
It's comfortable.
Okay, what's Casimir doing?
Just the right amount of breeze.
All right, so so I need to be at the wedding. So let's say I don't know how much does it cost to get like a nice official looking.
I'd say 12 gold. I gave Lindsay 12 gold. So 12 gold to do like a you could probably get away with like 5 gold for just like a cheapy one, but to get like a really nice one, probably 12.
So I mean, like basically like guild official business kind of robe. So, all right. So I'll take 12 gold out of that. All right. So I've got that. I've made my way into like the common grounds of the wedding where it's going to happen. I'm waiting because I'm going to be the accuser that accuses Darnell of infidelity and I don't know whatever the names of are the crimes that he's committed.
Okay.
The bastard child.
He's a bastard.
And he has a bastard child.
Bastard with a bastard.
Like kid, like parent.
I'm drinking whiskey.
Okay.
I've
You're-
never been married before and I'm nervous.
You look like that. You're just like
Ooh, Dominique wants to
You're
You're
join.
getting cold feet.
It's all weird to me.
I'm gonna do that too, but I'm gonna go.
Don't forget you have to run away from like royal guards in a base.
All right. What? So I guess
We're having a darty.
Lindsay's she's
It's-
getting drunk.
I mean, Lindsay doesn't have to run away.
I
Yeah.
have a reason to get drunk. I'm getting married.
so. I'd say Hector comes in to Donna. He's like, Sir, it's I know things got a little crazy last night. We were robbed blind, but today's the day. Your big day.
Yay! You think we can pull this off?
Did you guys let Hector know the plan or not?
No.
No.
He's just like, well, as long as you're on your best behavior. I know we've talked about this, Darnell. You can't keep doing what you're doing. We finally got in the money. If we just play it safe, play it cool.
How'd you get in the money?
I assume you pay me, sir. I have quite a bit. He pulls out. He has some back
I
pay.
have no money.
Well, that's why we're marrying the sweet, sweet niece of the king. She's from a good amount of dowry, a big. She has lots of dowry.
She's big in the dowry.
Huge tracts of land.
Large dowry.
So he starts to like lead you. Hector's kind of dressed up nicely too. He's still cursing and a little mad, like that his lab was wrecked. And then
What happened to your lab, Hector?
he's like, those scoundrels and thieves. They just came in. That I knew not to trust a Goliath. They're dumb as rocks and they hang out with bad company.
I disagree. I think they're good guys. I think there's a reason they did everything, and I think they'll redeem themselves.
You just got punched in the face, Lois.
Yeah.
You actually put on your disguised
I know,
self
but there's
as.
a reason for it. He was trying to keep me in line.
Sometimes you just need a good
I
punch in the
I
face.
feel that they're all good people. Let's go get married.
He looks at you a little suspiciously, but the momentum of the day is kind of carrying him forward. So you guys, they bring it. So who's in the crowd? So you guys in the crowd see Hector nicely dressed and Donnell in his ornate military-ish outfit.
Gown.
They come up and there's townsfolk outside who are kind of like trying to get a peek, but they're not allowed in. And then there's like a small gathering of important, well-to-do people. And then from the carriage, you see a man in immaculately dressed. There's two men, and you can hear people whispering. They're like, "Oh, it's the princes," and they have they're twins. Actually, so they both look identical. They're both wearing kind of clashing colors. One's wearing like a deep red outfit. The other's wearing a deep blue, and it's gold embroidered and beautiful, kind of like crusted with all sorts of kind of like jewels, kind of like diamond dust, kind of sparkling all over them. And they are taking. They're leading a girl with a veil kind of over her face, and she seems to be kind of like a little small, a little frail. And she's in the wedding dress, kind of like leading them up to where Darnell's standing up at the altar.
So Veruca Donnell and Donnell are both dressed in the same wedding garb, correct?
No,
Lois
Donnell's
is an
not dressed in
illusion.
wedding garb.
Yeah, hers is
Yes,
an
that
illusion.
could be it.
So hers,
Okay.
that could be it. Hers is the illusion wedding garb, so she can make
Okay,
it look
got
like
it.
that.
I had to establish
Good
that before we
thinking.
tried to switch them off.
Yeah,
Donnell's got the real.
I didn't think about that. You just
dump
dump like a naked guy, like
I'm just like chewing on like a rat. His clothes look yummy.
Run, rip my clothes off, throw them on Donnell so that Takuba can carry him out.
And so like they lead Gwendolyn kind of up the stairs, and the two princes kind of part paths, and then like go sit on each side. And like Gwendolyn comes up to the altar to you, and she gets to take off her veil, and she's a very plain face. She looks kind of like she might have been sick in early childhood and kind of like frail, kind of like not too attractive, kind of plain face. But she looks all kind of excited. She's beaming, and then the pastor starts to give his speech, kind of like the big ornate show of it, and he reaches the point where he says, "And speak now, or forever hold your peace, any who object to the union of these two souls."
So I jump up and get the crowd's attention and explain that I am from the guild, and that there has been a contract put out on this Darnell for infidelity against royalty, and that we'll be taking him into custody.
Me?
The pastor's shocked. He's like, What?
Are
What?
you gonna kill me?
Yeah, I might.
What an accusation! The pastor, the princes are kind of get up, and they both look. One looks a little disturbed and kind of like angry at the disruption. The other looks kind of pleased and amused at the chaos that's going on.
I'm gonna go talk to the one who's pleased and amused while I'm a little bit tipsy.
You wander to the prince.
Hey, you.
He's kind of
She's the one hitting on the best men at the
Yeah.
wedding. See?
Wait, I want to go to the other one and offer him a jewel beetle corsage I made.
All right. So
the girls are a little bit horny.
so
Me, I'm dressed up to get married.
So yeah, the pastor's like, what an outrageous accusation! Why? How do you say this? What causes you to say such things? Where's your proof?
I hold up the contract that I had. I don't know. My guild members make. Let's say I spent like 50 gold on it or something.
Okay.
That makes it look like an official contract stating all of these things. And I approach the altar where fake Darnell is standing, and I push it in his face, and I'm like, admit it.
Just break down crying, Lois. Just break down crying.
Push harder.
She just totally outright denies it.
Whoops.
And you're liking the gown.
Yeah. How dare you ruin my big day?
I get it. I never. What proof do you have?
You guys never gathered proof. I was waiting.
Piece of paper.
This is not good for me.
I will unleash the jewel beetles.
Just no. Wait. Let me give you some Jakuba talk.
Yeah. So
I'm looking at Casimir. Come on, make it believable.
You have a child.
You want to look at this piece of paper
Yes,
and
you
see
do
if it makes
have
you
at
think,
least
you know.
one bastard child that we know of, and also, I'm with the guild. I don't have to provide proof. I can just haul you out of here.
no, the pastor kind of says like there's like the guild that's just a thieves guild of a bunch of lowlifes and scoundrels.
Wait. It's true.
The crowd.
I plumb forgot.
Suddenly I've had this.
Was it on a Tuesday or a Wednesday?
I just realized after all these months, he may very well be innocent.
Yeah, we've never done
Jeez.
DNA testing.
Yeah, there's never. I was waiting for you guys to like root or like find letters or follow him where he went with his disguise ring to all this different. Oh,
Shane, we didn't have enough time.
I'm gonna
Shane.
punch him in the face.
it only took
We have
5 sessions.
We have the spy stone. We have all that stuff, Shane. We
Mm.
don't have anything on it.
You didn't use it to spy on him or anything.
No need yet. We got to get on to other things.
All right.
We just got to get this thing done. Okay.
We don't need proof, Shane.
Yeah. So you just kind of
We have
admit
someone in the guild.
there's a deep
I'm
gasp.
I'm going to run away. I can't handle this. I can't be guilty. I can't deal with it. I'm leaving.
No one even tries to stop Donna. They're just kind of stunned and confused as to what's going on.
Okay, as I'm walking out, I slap several people.
Just freaking- and then go.
Start
Where's
You
my
slap
sword?
Gwendolyn.
I'm going to kill him.
Slap Gwendolyn.
Do you slap Gwendolyn?
I slapped the king.
The king's not there, but the princes are. So I mean,
Okay, I slapped both princes.
and so you just go by the two twin princes.
It's
They-
already
He's old and sickly. He sent the princes. So there's two
No,
twin
brother.
princes, twin brothers,
Yeah.
and you just walk up
Okay,
and you
I
kind of
slap
flip.
him. I slap him hard, and I take my sword and I slice one of them on the face.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
fuck. Well, now you know. Stop that man. Do an athletics check with
Yeah,
advantage
you
because
best hurry up. You best hope that you get out of there.
Yeah.
everyone is surprised. So I'm going to give you advantage as you get a head start, kind of from this like.
And I have my ceremonial sword, and I will use it.
Hey.
Look how sharp it is.
I called
Oh.
the one with the scar on his face.
Wait, this was performance, so well, we can use athletics. So it's 15. 15's fine. So you
Hey.
just so you like slap, kind of
Okay.
flailing, and then the two princes are the one that still looks kind of like amused, who was slapped, kind of like laughing. The one who has the mark on his face now is livid, and his face is just like a. And he points, and then you see his Donnell just kind of takes off around the corner.
Leaping over people trying to attack.
Yeah, just like people are trying to like come. There's some of the guests because like they slapped the prince, so even some of the other guests, just like normal noble people, are trying to like reach over and stop her, and she's like jump in. Her gown is flapping in the wind. I can safely say his reputation, at the very least, is destroyed. So you kind of flail around the corner, and then
I'm ready for the switch. Where's Jacoba?
Jacoba's not there, I guess.
Pick up the real Donnell and get out
No,
there.
I'm there. Do I see her like run by?
You start to see her like,
Okay, are you ready?
Yeah.
Jacoba,
Ugh.
watching?
You're
I
still there.
I start walking the other way back where she came from with Darnell on my shoulder until I find people.
Humans.
so you just kind of like walk back, and everyone kind of hushes. This giant 8-foot tall Goliath comes in a loincloth carrying Donnell.
A leather loincloth.
I-
with a
I
nice
got you.
ring.
Everyone just kind of.
It is.
Gwendolyn is just crying and stunned. Like
Oh.
Poor Gwendolyn.
she's so confused at all this going on.
The other ladies are busy with their princes, so
In my homeland, if you get cold feet, you get knocked out. It's his big day. I brought him back.
in Castamir's homeland, I'm gonna kill him.
Oh my
Yeah.
So
Splash some water on him. He'll be fine.
like- the one who is slashed just livid, just arrest that man, and then like kind of, and the other one still, and then you're still drunkenly talking to the other one, Lindsay, who's just amused by this. Do a persuasion check. I want to see how you're interacting with this guy. And so yeah, they kind of get Donnell, and he kind of like his eyes flutter, and he's like, what's going on? What day is it? Did I miss the wedding? And then he looks around, he's just like, what? He's kind of, his arms are there, and he's like, what's the meaning of this? Jacoba! You're like,
Now, as his eyes meet mine, I give him a little wink.
and then the prince is like, just like, take him down to the dungeon. We're gonna get to the bottom of this.
No bottom of it. Kill our buddy.
Okay, now all of us need to get our butts back to the castle so we
I'm
can
trying
take anything else that's there of value.
I'm trying to find the persuasion check. Okay, I found it.
Hey, I want some prince sex.
Some prince what?
The one you're trying to talk to, Brielle, is you're covered in beetles, you're 3 feet tall, and he was just cut.
Castamere, take care of Brielle.
Yeah.
I rolled a 7, so I don't think it's going very well.
It's not. No. You're kind of just drunkenly like
No
telling him.
sex for
Like,
you.
so you're talking like, so I found this talking sword. And, like,
I'm telling him the whole plan.
and so yeah, I guess the rest of you kind of like get out of the wedding and you go back to the manor. and they take Donnell, and then they're trying. So you have moments at the manor before other people get there, and then Hector is there. He was there first, and he like looks at you guys, and he's like, "So you've returned to the scene of the crime?"
I'm still his boss.
He kind of like sees. He saw that the other one came in, so he looks at you, and then he kind of like twiddles his ring, and he turns into Darnell too. He's like that's a trick I'm familiar with.
Oh snap! It's Hector's bastard child.
That'd be a good idea. I'm gonna write that down.
I think we should just give what is most important. Well, I'm not giving him the ring, so
It's like you guys
what's most
trashed
important
my lab.
besides that? Huh?
You guys trashed my lab. You guys played me for fools
Come again.
and caused an
Kill him.
immense amount of chaos.
Kill him.
But you've got the whole castle to yourself now.
I
No,
think
we
his,
want the castle.
Back.
We want the castle.
No, we don't. We're moving on. This place is just smelly. It's
This
smelly.
place sucks.
Well, I'm taking the castle.
Old and smelly. And
All right.
Castamere, people are coming after you because you killed a guy.
I will say that
He's just riding over the
I'm
side
not
of
sure how the
road.
guild feels about like you trying to like publicly use their name as part of like a that might cause a stir among their more members. They go through great lengths to be quiet.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
We're not quiet.
And so Hector's still kind of looking at you and just being like, so what? And he kind of says, you know they'll come poking around this
Hector?
place.
Take this money, take the carriage, and go find a new life. I'm very persuasive.
You are pretty persuasive. Let's find out how persuasive. How much gold do you give him?
Well, we gave him half of it yesterday, so what are we
More
gonna
than
do
half. He
tonight?
stole it.
1,000 gold.
Is that coming out of yours? 'Cause I
No.
don't have enough gold.
That's
That's
how
what he
much he
stole.
got.
Oh, okay.
He's already got 1,000 gold.
Well, that's why he has it, is because of us. So
I mean,
I'll give
I
him
vote
back
if
his
we
outfit.
are going to run from him, we shillelagh him, take the gold he has, and just book it.
we could do that. If he doesn't accept this and leave, so that we get the castle, that's what we'll do. We'll shillelagh him.
We
Slay
give the
and
DM an
shillelagh.
ultimatum.
No, we'll just see how he responds.
Well, he does.
And then we've got somebody on staff here that'll kill
And
him.
Shane, if you don't make it happen, we're gonna shillelagh you.
We're gonna kill you.
We're gonna kill you, Shane.
the player's power too much. So
I
this.
suggest you go along with our plan.
So then I'm like, and then a meteor falls from the sky and devastates the land. You take and I roll a bunch of dice, 6,000 damage. No, so
But the princes live.
the princes do. They're still squabbling. Those So you make
It's a
a.
flesh wound.
I'm gonna make a intimidation check from Veruca. $14. So he sits there and he's like, counteroffer. You guys have left a few loose ends in your plan. How about I assist you in tying them up? I keep my residence here. You return to me my valuable equipment. And then no word of this gets out. Donnell stays put away. We both make off with profit.
Let me confer with my group. Group?
Hello?
Hello?
Baruka, is that
Can
you?
you hear me? Wait, I'll do the other one.
Hold on, I'm getting another call. Hello, Brielle. Hello? Baruka?
You rock on your shoulder.
One of you talk at a time. One at a time.
Well,
All right. So what do you
what do you
guys?
want to do, guys? Do we want to
Wait,
stay
so
here?
what's he offering?
Yeah.
He's just gonna
Am
keep
I
our
there?
castle.
Yeah.
Tie up all the loose
Put
ends.
Hector on the line. Let me talk to Hector.
Can you put him on?
Here.
Can you put him on real
Hector,
quick?
here.
Hello.
Yeah.
Take this, Hector. and talk to
Hello.
What loose ends are you talking about?
I mean, you guys are all in the same room. You all went back. Like you guys all said, we go back to the manor.
No, I was
Doesn't matter in
trying.
the same room. They could be down in the kitchen.
I was trying to comfort the angry prince and play with beetles with him.
Yeah, she's going for prince sex. Remember?
I'm sending Hector a very angry text.
Okay, wait. Do a Brielle, do a persuasion check really quick.
Oh my god.
With disadvantage.
Curse these big thumbs.
So Hector's talking to you, and he wants his lab back, but he's like, "You guys have. They're gonna come poking around here to figure out what the hell happened. Donnell's going to deny it."
Donnell has a terrible reputation.
So wait, Brielle goes up to the princes, and she's like, "Bugs." And they look down.
And then she goes, boobs.
Yeah, all of her beetles kind of fly off. And she's,
Down the cleavage. That interests them.
and then she
But I
gets,
do.
That would be interesting.
and then she turns, and so she's just like there with all the beetles that fly off, and then she just turns into like a squirrel and like bounds, and everyone is like,
What was that?
Brielle feels like immense satisfaction and pride. It's just like, I did it. I talked to him.
That sounds about accurate.
Yeah.
so.
How do you guys think I got Cody?
With dead bugs and boobs and spins?
Yeah. So
Okay.
Hector's saying like
Next
Donnell's
here.
going to deny it. They're going to come poking around this place, and I say we leave a little paper trail for them to follow. And he's like, and I can bear witness, I can attest. I've been here a while, so you pay me, you keep me comfortable here. We could try to get this place back up, and I might allow you to stay, be in the area around here. Although,
You might
We're
We're
allow
not paying
us.
him more than he's already got.
with the commotion that you've caused, I'm not sure.
If we disappear, who cares?
That's a fair point.
It's our castle.
He's like, well, you have, now you've entangled and dabbled in the affairs of princes, lords, and kings. So now, no matter where you go, you're all...
We have dabbled in Donnell. Nick Donnell Doofus.
It's like,
Can I,
The only thing we did is save.
What?
I'm going to try and
Princess and
intimidate
the
him.
Kings.
what are you trying to say to him?
That I think I'm just going to give him an ultimatum. Like, he can stay on, and, you know,
Or
we
we
can...
can kill you.
Well, yeah, basically, he can stay on as staff, basically, and we'll pay him. We'll pay him, and he can keep his lab, and we'll help him get that fixed and everything. And that way, he has a stake. And if the authorities come snooping around, because he could lose that, just the same as we could lose the castle. But so he can either do that and work for us and stay there and be comfortable, and then, but we own it. We own the castle, or I can stab him.
I'm gonna kill him.
All right, do your intimidation check there.
Got a job for life if he stays with us. And we get a wizard.
I would hope that he.
He's like, yeah, you make some convincing points. He's like, but you return to me my lab equipment. And then he goes back to his...
We're keeping the ring. You can make another. You said it yourself.
He has another already.
Yeah. Yeah, that.
Yeah.
Because if you don't understand the complexities, the time, the cost, the money, the blood, sweat, and tears that goes into these. But all right.
You have one. We have one. Plus, you put one on Jakuba
All right.
so that you could spy on him.
So he sets up, you working with Hector. I'd say Castamir probably is able to forge some letters, and you actually do find kind of in there. You find records of kind of like love letters in his desks from other like women, and it kind of paints a
There's more
picture.
than one bastard.
It paints a picture of him using that ring in the carriage. Like every time he went, he would go to a different girl and all sorts. They all had the
What?
same.
What?
They all had the same red hair and green eyes of the original. Shit, what was her name?
I don't know.
Lavina, I think it was.
Yeah,
Lavina.
Yeah.
I got it,
Like
Lavina.
that.
So Lavina, they all have the red hair and green eyes. That was his type, and he just is going.
Somebody's got a fetish.
So he has 8 different women that he was going to around the town who all have red hair and green eyes. Some of them were like just like a blacksmith's daughter. Some of them were just like normal. Some of them were higher class. But he would always use the ring to look at like someone different, and then go. So he had this whole like.
Wow.
Then how did Lavinia know that it was Donnell?
Because Lavinia was the first one who was working at the palace with him, working at the manor. It's not like a big castle, like a big manor, 3-story like house. But she was working there as a maid, so she was like kind of one of the first. And then
Shane.
Wait, so
Then you gotta have
Hector
it.
did this?
you get this,
or-
and you get the sense that after she left, he was kind of pining for her, like her type. So he would go to all these other different women who had
So
the same
Danelle's
red hair,
pretty
green
much
eyes.
a hoe.
And then so there's evidence of some of these letters, and then Castamere and Hector kind of like work together to leave a paper trail of like evidence here.
Oh.
And then
Are we
Hector
getting
Also-
into
Hector
this?
tries to scrub some of the information of like his involvement in magic, like making it seem like Donnell just had this.
Magic ring.
Yeah. So what?
I feel bad for Darnell. I
Oh my
really
gosh,
do.
Lindsay.
I have like Jakuba has like a sense of morality and honor, like a little bit. And
Jakuba,
Darnell-
get over it.
Darnell, it was the deceiving. I don't like deceiving. Jakuba doesn't like deceiving, Shan. I'm making that part of it.
All right. And the other does Dominique, I think.
Jakuba is straightforward and he'll punch a man, but he'll do it to his face.
All right.
Jakuba, you realize what he did, don't you?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I didn't know these ladies.
Oh, so you have half
He did
of
Darnell.
Okay. So
Darnell
I'm gonna say
believed
because
in Jakuba.
I gotta wrap it up with nighttime coming. So we'll say that you guys have this tentative base with a kind of semi-hostile wizard on staff. You're within the manor. There's probably some like legal hoops and costs to go through. Donnell had some debts to pay off. There might be creditors coming to ask. You're wanted in the town that you're at from those 4 adventurers who are seeking your crystal and like amulet stone thing. But you're also all level 4 now. Yeah, you leveled up.
Hey, before we close out,
Has
I
anyone
want to
ever
deliver
heard?
those 6 copper pieces to that love of the life of the driver.
You just so like okay, so she sees this girl kind of, she's like another like kind of upper class lady who sees the drivers kind of going around, and she sees kind of like the curtains of her upstairs window rustle, and then a cat jumps away and she finds 6 copper laying there, and she's like, what?
Yep.
And she turns back and she starts brushing her hair with like a silver comb in her like nice house.
I wanna go to the bastard's mom and give her 100 gold.
No, okay.
And a hug. I thought you were gonna say a hug.
What about all of
Dominique.
the other bastard children?
Dominique goes with
Dominique can deliver it and give her a hug.
Dominique goes with so Veruca comes up and she just kind of like wordlessly drops like 100 gold there and then walks off, and then Dominique comes in, just big bear hug, lifts her up.
And then I want to talk to Castamere and say, let's really pay attention to the next quest we go on.
Yeah. Never again.
I don't know. You made a lot of money, buddy.
Yeah, this turned out well for everyone.
It
Mostly.
did.
Yeah. Maybe we should be a band of thieves. We're
Well,
pretty good at it.
You do have a rundown manor. You guys have some problems. You got more money, more problems in this town. So it's up to you if you want this to be like
have
hub
we
base.
ever heard the expression "don't shit where you eat"? Because that's what we're doing.
We don't
Hey,
live there.
It won't let me level up on the thing. It won't let me make myself level up.
I might have to do
We level
that.
up.
Yeah, you guys leveled.
We're
You're level
level
4.
four?
So the way level 4 works
Whoa.
is not much from ability, not much from like different new things you can do, but you can increase any of your skills. So we can increase 2 skills by 1 or 1 skill by 2. One of your core stats. If for those of you who want to like research it, you can also trade that. So instead of increasing one of your skills by 2, or like one of your core stats, you can find what's called a feat, which is like a special thing, kind of like an extra ability that you pick.
All right, guys.
Hold up, I think I got a.
I'm gonna increase my strength by 2.
You can increase your strength if you want.
Booby, you should probably do that. Just saying.
I know. I'm gonna do
Although
one
you're
more.
getting kind of soft, buddy.
Okay, everyone also roll their hit dice really quick. We can do that here while I'm here.
Hit dice.
Yeah, so that's how you guys heal, but also how we determine your HP.
I got a 6.
All right, so you add 6 to your maximum HP.
What do I roll, Shay?
You roll one of your hit dice. It says there on your core stat page.
Okay. Core stats.
And then a hit dice, and it's next to their like fighter palette. I'm gonna roll it for you, Lindsay, because I see it right here.
Okay.
So you get 6.
Where's my hit
And I
dice?
added 1 to strength and 1 to constitution.
Shane, have you been editing my page?
A little bit, yeah.
Okay.
I've been trying to keep
Yeah.
track of your gold and stuff when you're not there. And then you just gained. Did you add your HP yet, Lindsay?
No.
Okay, so you gained 6. So 33.
Okay.
Dang, Lindsay, you were at 3 HP, I guess, from the last fight or something. Someone was wounded.
Yeah, that's what it says.
Yeah, so we'll probably restart you guys back because I assume you guys can take 2 days off because that's what your long rest would be as you are able to kind of be in the manor.
Can we be working on it while we're resting?
Yeah, so Hector actually makes you guys like you guys can appear to be part of the staff for some of it. Because there's like officials that come in, they're like looking through his stuff. Some creditors come in and they take a lot of the nice stuff that was in there, like the 4-poster bed. They kind of strip a lot of it bare, just leaving the building part there. And then, with no seeming living descendants or relatives, Hector is the one who's getting the manor officially, indeed, like in like the legal sense, with no living official
Yeah, but
relatives or
if he
descendants.
doesn't do what we ask, we're gonna kill him.
And then,
We're gonna kill him.
yeah, so I'd say a couple like days go by in the town. There's a lot of commotion, kind of talking about the ruined wedding. Gwendolyn goes back with the princes, and a lot of rumors from the procession there. So now the taverns and the people are abuzz with rumors. There's some news from the outside kingdom where we can like talk about that later. Like next session, kind of like what's going on in the outside world as you guys figure out what you're doing with all this stuff.
Yeah.
And I think we're
Shane?
going to wrap it up there. Yeah.
Can you give me another sheet like you gave me before that's updated, and then I will try and keep it updated.
Yeah.
From
I'll take a look
I'll
at
ask
that.
you all the time, going, where do I add that? What do I add?
Yeah,
What
I'll
does that
see
mean?
if I can like write one down, and then I'll like see if I can get a picture of it or something, and then maybe you can print it.
Have a good time in Mexico.
Yes,
Thank you.
and then tell them like,
I
hold on,
will.
you're talking to your seashell/stone. You're like, hold on, I gotta play D&D like
Yeah.
in Cancun.
Yeah.
Is this thing on?
Baruka, hello.